wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the Monday KVJ Show. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How's your weekend?
Ooh, busy, fun, exciting.
That's cool. I know your sister came in through South Florida, so you ladies are going to hang out on Saturday.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was fun. I had never really explored the whole newly tricked out Hard Rock Hotel and Casino with the big guitar and everything.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
I loved it. It was really cool.
That's cool. What did you love most about it?
I loved the caviar restaurant the most.
Oh, okay. Of course.
I love it.
It's all just caviar? That's the whole thing?
No, there's other stuff too, but the focus is the caviar. And you can get flights. And you know, I love a flight.
Okay.
So you can do like a sampling, and you could spend thousands or you could spend hundreds. It's totally up to you.
Okay.
They're happy to take your money.
Can you spend tens?
No.
Okay.
You're right, though. I love the whole concept of a flight for anything. You can do a flight with French fries.
Totally.
You can do it with sweets.
A flight is fun. Little mini portions of a bunch of different things so you can try them, but all like in the same relative family. I love it.
It's the way of the world these days. You go to most restaurants anymore, and they do a lot of those tapas, little light bites.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of this and that. That's how we like to roll.
They should offer more sauce flights for things. Where you order something and you get 9 to 12 sauces for your table, all different kind of flavors.
That's what I love about the hibachi. When you go to hibachi, they give you like 5 different sauces. I'm like, oh, this is great. It's fun.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah. They got that commercial for Buffalo Wild Wings where they have the 32 sauces or whatever, and they plunk down a whole big tray of all these sauces. I'm like, do they do that if you go in there? Or is that just something they did for the commercial? Yeah, I didn't know if that was... So if I went into a Buffalo Wild Wings and I'm like, hey, I want what they have in the commercial with all those sauces, would they do that, or are they going, nah, it's just for a commercial?
I see you working over there, Fat Kevin, and you're asking the important question.
They better do
I'd
that.
like to try it.
Because if they have that in the commercial and then you go in there to get it and they don't do it, that's false advertising.
Oh, feels like it, doesn't
A
it?
person like me that's a sauce lover goes in there thinking you're going to get all these sauce. I'd be brokenhearted.
It's in the commercial.
Yeah. It just only feels right. But who knows? All right, well, hopefully everybody out there had a fantastic weekend. Going to get into a Monday with lots of stuff. More winning again this week for W Your Paycheck. So Monday's a good day to focus on signing up if you're not already. Go put in your name at WRMF.com.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, this is a weird space to be in. John Mulaney and Olivia Munn, they're expecting a baby together, but sources say they just broke up. Ooh.
All right.
They started dating right after he got divorced, and they talked about how back in September they were so excited about their baby, and now here it is October, and they're like, yeah, we're breaking up.
Yeah, okay.
But baby's still on the way.
I'm 5 months pregnant. I think we should see other people. What? Okay.
This is sweet. Meadow Walker, the daughter of Paul Walker, you know, he passed away in that fiery car crash. His daughter got married a few days ago, and Vin Diesel, who was in the movie with Paul Walker many times, that Fast and Furious stuff, walked her down the aisle because, you know, obviously her dad couldn't be there.
Right.
They were real friends in real life, I guess.
I guess so, which is really awesome. So, yeah, that's so sweet. Makes you want to cry. And finally here, Boozy. I don't know what you're thinking. Did you see Boozy went on a rant kind of in the same thing as...
Boozy? Who's Boozy?
A rapper?
I've never even heard of Boozy.
Boozy Badass?
I'm going to go ahead and Google Boozy Badass, Kev.
I've never heard of Boozy Badass.
It's Badass with 2 Z's.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if you're going to go on a homophobic tirade, maybe don't, especially if you're doing it on Twitter. What are you thinking?
Didn't learn anything from the baby, huh?
The baby had taught us nothing. I mean, he did it on stage and got in that much trouble. You actually wrote it down. So, people, get it together.
Oh, what another! How crazy these rappers!
Boozy.
They just are not learning their lessons out there.
When you name a guy Boozy.
What are we gonna do with them?
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay.
It's time for viral audio.
So how's your kids? How's your wife? Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Some exciting stuff from over the weekend, sports-wise. We went to Atlanta so that my wife and kid could go to the Braves game. So we went out there, and Jaybird, I know, is a big old Braves fan. And they brought home the National League Championship Series on Saturday night. It was nice for them. It's not working.
How was Atlanta? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I'll get into all the ins and outs of Atlanta here in a bit as soon as I get my audio to work here.
Here's a 1-0. And on the ground, Swanson, he's got it to his feet, throw to first. There it is! The Atlanta Braves are going to the World Series!
All right, Bird's got to be excited.
We're excited. We're close, but let's bring it home.
Bring it home.
They're known to really crap the bed at the very end.
They choke in the World Series, huh? Okay. They're going to be taking on the Houston Astros that does their spring training right here in South Florida.
If there's a team I want them to beat, the
That's
Houston
right.
Astros as replaced the New York Yankees as the #1 team I hate.
Because of the cheating scandal they had.
It's not even the cheating. The cheating is one thing. It's how they handled the cheating. They were caught red-handed and they acted like, why is everyone asking questions about us cheating? No, we're gonna act like we didn't. They handled it like babies. They didn't do it the right way.
Okay.
I hope the Braves kick their ass, Virginia.
Okay, Birds, look at that. He's fired up for this World Series here, Virginia.
Me too. Who do we hate again?
We don't like the Astros. We want them going down.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we don't like the Astros.
There's some personal stuff too I'm not allowed to go on, talk about on the air. But
Well, they're going to be starting that series tomorrow night in Houston. It's going to get underway. Other sports stuff, good and bad. The Miami Dolphins lost yesterday, 30-28. Last second field goal with the Falcons at home. The Dolphins have lost their 6th in a row. So, like I said on Friday, I don't know what it is. They are continuing talks about trading for Deshaun Watson. I gave you my little rant on that on Friday. So that story will not go away. I don't know if there's any truth to it or not. Tua had, some good numbers yesterday, but he had a couple of really bad interceptions that made it hard to win. So, that went down.
When you throw the other ball, the ball, it does suck.
It does.
It's hard to win when you help them win.
Challenge to do that. And Miami Hurricanes, big old win for them on Saturday over North Carolina State. So that was really good. So it was a close game, but that was a big opponent. And so congratulations to the Canes on their win.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What do you think about today, Jaybird?
so I had some banana pudding over the weekend.
Okay.
And
How old lady of you?
I thought I loved banana pudding, and I'm eating it, and I got this really odd, gross, slimy foreign object in my mouth from the banana pudding, and it didn't feel like banana, it didn't feel like cookie, it just felt, I don't know what it felt like. So I was Googling this morning about just gross things that could be in banana pudding.
Okay.
And comedian Mike Epps just put up this post, which is awesome. And it's which one would you pick out of these 4 kind of dishes? You got banana pudding, you've got peach cobbler, sweet potato pie, or pound cake. All of those are just my game. You get one. Which one do you pick?
Probably pound cake.
Yeah. Pound cake. I agree with you. I'm a big pound cake fan, and I love me a peach cobbler, but I would suggest doing an apple cobbler instead.
I like a blackberry cobbler. Oh.
Yeah, to go back to that gross banana pudding I was eating, what else could be in there? It was pretty gnarly. It kind of looked gray, too. I know, man.
Bananas do turn, though. It could have been a piece of banana. They look gray when they turn.
Yeah.
It kind of ruined banana pudding for me. That moment right there.
Banana pudding should have ruined banana pudding for you.
It's an old person. You're right. It's very old person, and it's not very appealing to look at.
Yeah, no.
I think I'm out with banana pudding.
It's a lot of gross things.
The only people eating banana pudding are in a senior center.
Yeah, it's such a 1940s meal. I'm out.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I'm putting up a video right now on our Facebook. On Saturday, Rocco and I went to a little green market, a little fun party in
Okay.
Hobe Sound.
Uh-huh.
And this plant lady who loves Jason wanted me to give you a plant. It's a real plant,
Nice.
not a fap.
What kind of plant we talking about?
It's called a rattlesnake plant. And so I've got a video of it I'm putting up right now on Facebook.
Sounds peaceful.
Right.
She also has
Just what you need.
She has a murder bush.
But as I'm going to get the plant, there's a frog on the plant. And so I'm going to grab it, and I see the frog, and the frog jumps on me. So it's a cute little video, a little frog. And I have your plant. Guess the name of the plant lady. What her company name?
Pizza plants.
No.
Bigfoot plantery.
No.
Sasquatch.
I'll just tell you.
Okay. I would have played that game for a while.
It's called the Lady Bush.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that funny?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
How
got a
about that?
plant for you, and we did not bring the frog, but yeah, you have a real plant now. You don't need these fake plants.
Okay, well, thank you to the bush lady. and
The
thank
Lady
you-
Bush.
Lady Bush.
Lady Bush, okay. Went to Atlanta on Saturday, and my wife and son, they went to go check out the Braves game as they took out the Dodgers.
Yeah, how
the
fun
National
was
League Championship
that?
Series. Yeah, it was cool. It was fun. My wife has a friend that wound up getting a pair of tickets, and she's like, "Would you use them?" She's like, "Yeah, absolutely." You know, I mean, it's an 8.5-hour drive, to get to Atlanta, so it's a serious haul. We just went up, spent the day, went to the game at night, and then got up and, drove all the way back yesterday.
So are you really hurting right now?
No, not really hurting. I knew that, so I kind of I make sure like I got to bed early last night. You know what's up. So yeah, I'm doing okay today. But yeah, it is a haul. Isn't it amazing how sitting in a car can tire you out?
It is weird.
Like why was that? I was so tired yesterday. Like all I've done is sit in a car. Why am I exhausted? I feel like I ran a marathon.
I thought the same thing. When I went on that camping trip with Bigfoot, we drove for like 4 hours, and then I got home, and then I went I laid in my bed and go, oh, it's so good to lay down. I'm like, bitch, you've been sitting all day.
Right. It's so weird.
You haven't
how
done
that-
anything.
Why does that make you
anything.
tired? I just sat. But there are a couple things that I picked up. One is if you are going on a trip, having your Google Maps open, even if you know where you're going, can be really helpful for two reasons. One, on the way up there was a construction thing that was going on, and it kind of rerouted us and saved us a good 12 minutes by going that route. And then yesterday on the way back, I didn't listen to my own little advice and had it closed. And my wife's like, am I supposed to take 475 or 75? I'm like, well, I think it's a straight shot down 75. For some reason, they had this 475, and the regular 75 kind of dog legs out. I don't know how much time we added to the trip because if I would have had it open, it would have steered me right down that 475, and it was a straight shot as opposed to doglegging all the way out to the right or left or whichever way it went. So, just keeping that on. It does suck a lot of battery life, which is the only problem with it. But other than that, I would keep that thing open. Just kind of a good little tip there for you. And if you do go to Atlanta, we went to a Sweetwater Brewery. You can get Sweetwater 420. It's on taps down here in South Florida, but they got a brewery in Atlanta. It is, man, there's nothing better than a brewery. The weather there, by the way, was fantastic.
Was it?
It was completely sunny, not a cloud in the sky. The humidity was gone.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
It was just low 70s and unbelievable. We were just out chilling out there, and they have kind of an outdoor patio kind of thing where you can bring dogs, and they had TV screens. They had all the games on. They had good food.
Did they have a good Atlanta Braves kind of vibe going on because they won?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we went to, there's an area, and this is where South Florida really lacks. And actually kind of discouraged that Miami made this choice because Atlanta had a baseball stadium that wasn't that old, but it was right off the highway, off 75, but it was in an area where there wasn't really a lot of places around it, which to me is Hard Rock Stadium. And they chose instead to move the stadium a little bit north where they had some land and a little bit of area where they could work. And they made something called the Battery. And it's a downtown kind of area with the stadium there. And there's probably a good choice 10 to 15 restaurants. And people can spread out and the place was packed. And it was just really cool to be able to have a place where you could go and hang out. And there were a lot of people that did not have tickets to the game. And they were just hanging out in that Battery area, and they had stages set up and the screens, and people could watch, and it was really a cool setup. There's a photo of, if you're watching KVJ TV, of all the people that were there. That was one of the areas. They had a Def Leppard cover band for some reason. I don't know why they went Def Leppard.
Rock on.
Yeah, but they had music go on. There was just a ton of people there that was kind of enjoying it. So yeah, so it was a cool thing. And if you're a place like that, I wish, like I said, Miami would have done that. They decided instead to trick out Hard Rock Stadium, and there's nothing around there. And hopefully they do start to get some, bars and restaurants, but, I don't know. So it was a cool thing.
Was everyone all masked up, or is it pretty much normal out there?
No, I didn't see a lot of masks. Yeah, there were a few in stores, but for the most part, I think people were, kind of, gunning it and living their life. So, I mean, yeah, you look at that crowd, and there's a lot of people that, yeah, not masked.
Yeah, when I went to the casino on Friday night, I would say probably 2 out of every 10 people had a mask.
Do you want to? Let's play a game. I think Kevin should post that picture of everyone and see how quick a COVID fight breaks out on our Facebook. I say under 90 seconds.
Yes.
You're so irresponsible, Kevin.
Well, you know that.
So what did you do while your wife and son went into the game? Did you get to hit the bars?
Well, we hung out a little bit. My oldest son, I was hanging out with him, so it was good to see him because he lives in Atlanta.
Gotcha.
And he had his dog with him, and so that presented a little bit of a challenge. So we were kind of hanging out, but there wasn't a restroom that we could go find, and so we wound up just going back to the car and hanging out there.
Especially the Colin's dog drank a little too much. He was kind of getting rowdy.
Yeah.
You went back to the car and hung out in the car?
Yeah, there wasn't really a lot of options of what to do.
All right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because we were out and everything was cramped, and he had his dog. If you wanted to get a drink, it was really expensive. And you had to wait in a long line. And like I said, there were no bathrooms. You had to pay to get in a nightclub, and you can't take a dog in a nightclub.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Look, it's not the location that makes the party; it's the people.
That was it. Yeah. So we kind of hung out. I got to spend time with him. So that's what it was all about. If you had to put together a bowl of Bad Kid candy, what makes the bowl?
Starlight Mints.
Yeah, basically anything that your grandma used to have lying around the house. I think you could probably fill with that.
That ribbon candy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was awful.
Sweet tarts.
You know what it was? Like old people candy. Why did your grandparents have the worst candy laying around?
I don't know. It's a great question.
That hard strawberry candy that looks like a strawberry, the plastic wrapper.
Oh, we led the
yeah.
league in having them. Oh, my Aunt Ann loved those things.
And then you would, is that the one that had the gooey center?
Yes.
Yeah.
You would chew it, it gets stuck in your tooth.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, those should always, around the holidays especially, they always come in those meat boxes.
They would. And we'd always leave them out in the heat and they'd get all slimy, but we'd still eat them anyway.
Oh, it's so gnarly. Yeah. I remember the butterscotches.
Oh, I like a butterscotch.
Grandma used to always have those.
Those are good.
Those York peppermint patties. That was my granny candy.
Circus peanuts are just the worst.
Grandmas love those too. Yeah.
Circus peanuts might be the worst.
Not circus penis, which is a different party.
Peanuts is what I meant to say.
Yeah, so if you're putting together a bowl, I think that would probably be the worst. If you had to say overall number one, what is the absolute worst candy that you would get for Halloween?
I mean, circus peanuts or that ribbon candy you're talking about. That ribbon candy's brutal.
Yeah, or the Starlight Mint. I mean,
the-
you put in zero effort.
The mint is, yeah, you're right. I'm even kind of pissy when I get that at a restaurant.
Yeah, it's zero effort.
Yeah, well, we've got a Facebook poll that is up. You can go and check out and put in, what is your grandma's favorite candy? What did your grandmother always have in her house when you were growing up? Jenna said, my mom liked Mary Jane's.
Oh, Mary Jane's are good.
All right, I'm not sure I know what that is.
It's like a nutty, it's a brown, like a caramel colored, like a taffy.
Okay, I'm Googling it, and all I'm getting is a bunch of weed pictures.
Okay, if you go to our Facebook page, there's actually a picture of the Mary Jane's.
It had a yellow wrapper.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if you got a candy, now it said Mary Jane on it. I mean, what's that candy?
What's the one candy? It's got that waxy paper, and you pull it off, and it sticks to the waxy paper. It's like a toffee or a chewy. It's really gross.
Taffy?
There was the Necco wafers.
They usually have them on Halloween. They have an orange and black little wax papers. They're twisted, and you open up, and they're gooey.
Oh, that might have been the yeah. In fact, she was saying too. it was the peanut butter candies, the orange and black wrappers.
They are terrible.
You're talking about
Oh gosh.
yeah. Christine said my grandma had those buttermints.
Yeah, I loved a buttermint though.
You could get those mints, the assortment of mints in that big that tube. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it had hundreds of pieces in there sticking together.
Ann said my Mima always had the Tootsie Pops. Or the Tootsie Rolls. I remember Tootsie Rolls are big grandma
Tootsie
candy.
Rolls are big, grandma.
As a kid, I used to get disappointed with those. To me, it's a low budget Halloween snack.
It's fake chocolate.
It's not good. Tootsie Rolls are a bad chocolate, Kev.
Yeah.
For
it's
Halloween,
low budget.
it is.
It's pretty much low budget.
Chocolate wax.
Yeah, talking about the old person candies that are out there. Do you remember Nips, that coffee candy?
Yes. Interesting name.
It is. Yeah, you don't want the two words you don't want to associate together, grandma and Nips. It's just they don't really belong together.
You don't want grandma snips.
Yeah, it's just always uncomfortable conversations when grandma's talking about Nips. You're like, all right, grandma.
Grandma, stop.
I know you mean candy, but it's just too weird. So he said those Red Hots. That's what my grandma always had. Remember the Red Hots?
Yeah.
I hated the Red Hots.
Me too, man.
Yeah, tough stuff. All right, jump on that thread on the KVJ Show Facebook page. It is that scary time of year, Halloween. I know Jaybird is a very exciting week. You love Halloween. Coming up on Wednesday, the KVJ Halloween movie is going to debut. Does it drop in the morning, at night? Is there a time people can check that out?
Well, I was going to talk to y'all about that because I know we had mentioned a viewing party, but we kind of didn't finish the conversation. Before I said anything, I just wanted to have a little conversation with y'all because I know I've got a lot of nationers reaching out to me saying, are we doing a viewing party? We're having there's watch parties going on. People are having people
That's
coming
cool.
over.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That's fun.
Yeah, I did the credits over the weekend, and I think there's over 50 or 60 KVJ Nationers in the movie.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's really
so their
cool.
name will be up on the screen as it scrolls?
I try to get everyone's name in there.
Yeah.
The only problem we're going to have is the day everyone went to the theater, there was some new people that showed up.
Okay.
And I don't know if I got them on the list. So if you were at the theater, reach out to me, and I'll try to add your name. But please don't take offense, and please don't try to kill me if your name's not on there.
Okay. So if you want to do a watch party, it'll be up on the KVJ Show YouTube channel by Wednesday night.
Absolutely. That is happening, yes.
Okay. All right. That's cool. So that's going to be going on. Do you guys have big Halloween party plans? What's going on? Trick-or-treating? What are you doing with Rocco, Virginia?
My neighborhood goes off on Halloween, so I'm super excited. We like starting before the sun goes down. I'm gonna trick out the front yard and have live music. I'm gonna have all kind of beer. I put out beer for the adults and candy for the kids.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, Flim Flam in the chat room, he kind of is echoing what I might do. He says, Bird should get an inflatable screen and have a pool party. I might do something like that over the weekend and have y'all come on over.
I think you can even rent those, can't you?
Yeah, I think Joe Ponton's got a screen, too. I'm not sure if it's a pool screen, but a screen nonetheless.
All you need is a big white sheet.
And just enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Big white sheet and some enthusiasm.
I think I have a big, huge, king-size flat sheet. that I don't even use.
I think though Joe Ponton's got a big old like a legit screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The
He's
real
talking
deal.
about doing stuff at his house. I don't know if you know about that.
Oh yeah, but I'm not gonna do a movie screening on Halloween night. That's for families and that's for y'all to maybe over the weekend at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when does this all drop? When are the festivities going to be going down? Because you've got Halloween this year. It falls on Sunday. So do people go out on Saturday, or are we doing everything on Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to be Halloweeny.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty big.
So when does
Party
when does
weekend.
trick or treat go down?
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Yeah,
so you do
yeah.
the trick or treating on Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, and then the adults do their thing on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
Hard.
I think the way Halloween's set up this year, I think that's how you would do it.
It's
really
going to be
perfect.
It's going to be a blowout. Friday, Saturday, crazy adult fun, and then Sunday I'll be hungover trick or treating with the kids.
And I'm going to have a ton of candy. I highly recommend people in my neighborhood come to my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna be doing it, huh?
If you want to be unhealthy, get
Yeah.
your ass to my place. I'm going to
Okay.
have sodas and I'm going to have candy.
Okay, all the good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All the good stuff. Yeah, you got to find those good neighborhoods. You have a good neighborhood, right, Virginia, for trick-or-treating?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
We have a few streets that really go out with the decorations and the trick-or-treating.
Your neighborhood kind of reminds me of the E.T. neighborhood. There's a part in E.T. where everyone's walking around in the neighborhood and they do it right when the sun's going down. Kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, we don't have to go find a neighborhood. Ours is terrible for trick-or-treating.
Terrible.
Yeah,
The
yours is the worst.
Yeah.
I've been in that neighborhood for 5 years. I never got one trick-or-treater.
Yeah, no,
Not one.
we never did either, and nobody trick-or-treat, so we would have to go drive somewhere else and take other people's candies.
Well, you're always welcome to come to Tequesta.
Yeah.
It's fun. We party.
Dude, I don't know where we are because my kid's 13 now. I might just be past that age. My trick-or-treating days might be done.
Oh, 13 to 4, like that age, that's the best time to go trick-or-treat.
It
Yeah,
is,
Mag still goes because she goes like kind of with her little brother so she
Yeah.
can get some of the candy.
Smart.
And then she runs around the neighborhood with the older teenagers till like midnight.
I met my first high school girlfriend trick-or-treating in 9th grade.
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's an exciting time.
Look at you picking up the chicks.
Yeah, well, it did not work out.
Well, kids are cute when they're in their costumes. Kids can also be really creepy with just the weird things that they say. They do just say some odd, off-the-wall things. They're going, well, what are you talking about, kid? There's lots of examples. We asked the question on our Facebook page, what is the creepiest thing a child has ever asked you or said to you? Somebody posted up there, said, I was talking to my 3-year-old daughter in her bedroom when her eyes grew big and focused on something behind me. She asked, Daddy, who's that man standing behind you? In a panic, I whipped around. I saw nothing behind me. Our house is over 100 years old, and there's no doubt it's haunted. Would that freak you out?
Oh, yeah.
Would you stay in a
Totally.
haunted house, Virginia?
I mean, yes.
Like live there
I
day
wouldn't-
in and day out?
I wouldn't-
That's your home.
I wouldn't give up on it. I would get it saged. I would have a medium come in and try to cleanse it.
Okay.
I would try to change the energy of the spirits if they were bad to good.
Okay, you can do that, huh?
You can
Kinda
work
like
with your-
a
yeah.
spirit mood lifter?
You can work with your spirits.
Yeah, I remember when my little niece was young. We're talking probably 4. She kept on talking about this 8-foot tall rabbit named Blackjack that was covered in blood, and it would live in the. It would go
It's terrifying.
go into the teapot,
Yeah.
and she would go, "Hey, did you see Blackjack last night?" I'm like, We talking about Brittany? Oh, it's just that big bloody tall rabbit that lives in the teapot. Whoa, what?
What?
But she brought it up several times to
Yeah.
the point where, was Blackjack real?
Someone also posted on the Facebook page, said when my son was 3, we were driving by a big house when he asked, is that heaven? I asked him why he said that, and he responded, because lots of people die there. It was a nursing home, and there's no way he knew what it was.
Dang. Yeah, I love those stories.
What is
The
that,
kid
huh?
doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Isn't it?
How does the kid know that people die there?
Yeah, exactly.
Can he see them?
Well, that's just the whole thing. A lot of these stories are like 3- and 4-year-old kids, especially when they just start talking, that are seeing things and freaking adults out with what they're saying.
Then maybe there's rainbow children, right? Maybe
Yeah.
there's that age too where you see things that other people can't see.
Yeah. Somebody said, yeah, the creepiest thing a child's ever said to you. My 4-year-old daughter said, we should play Frozen, but only the part where the parents die.
Oh, boy.
What?
Really, kid? All I do for you.
Yeah, that's pretty horrifying.
Yeah. Someone else posted up, a girl standing next to me at the museum was fascinated with the collection of shrunken heads. She pointed to the one that was particularly sinister looking and asked, would you like me to do that to you? What? And somebody else said, my 4-year-old told me, he who doesn't clean himself has to die.
Oh,
What?
Man.
He who doesn't clean himself has to die.
Die?
Yeah.
That's the punishment for not bathing?
I guess that is a punishment for not bathing.
This kid's extreme.
I'm noticing all the creepiest comments are coming from 3 and 4-year-olds. So if your
Yeah.
kid is 2, get ready. They're going to start freaking you out. I think a lot of people are going to be talking about what goes on behind the scenes on movies and how things work. You know, you got that story coming up here in the dirt in a second. But there's actually a guy on TikTok that talks about all the little things that they do on movie sets on his TikTok channel. It's kind of cool because he gives a little bit of the secrets of things that you would know. Like all the time people are smoking cigarettes on screen. What exactly is that? Are they just, I mean, how do actors not have cancer all the time with as many cigarettes as they smoke in some of these movies and TV shows?
Most of the time when you see actors smoking on screen, we use something called prop cigarettes. They're herbal cigarettes that are tobacco, nicotine, and additive free. They also look quite real in an actor's fingers. John Hamm went through packs of these while filming 9 seasons of Mad Men. Now when we cut one open, you'll notice there isn't tobacco inside. It looks more like herbs. Sometimes the smoke is added in post-production using CGI, like the scene in Fight Club. I also love the scene from Training Day, and Denzel uses the cigarette well as a prop. As you can see, these burn just like regular cigarettes, but aren't as harmful or addictive. Even smoking prop cigarettes isn't good for your health.
Huh.
Yeah, when I was watching Mad Men, I had to Google that whole cigarette thing because I thought, man, they're always smoking.
Always, yeah.
Chain smoking every episode. Their lungs got to be killing them.
Right. That was what I was wondering too. And especially if you're somebody that's not a smoker.
Yeah.
I would think that would not be easy to pick up a cigarette and smoke and make it look natural. Because, I mean, it does. It's you know, kind of harsh if you're not used to it.
It is.
And a lot of these people in Hollywood are so healthy, and a lot of them, I'm sure, are not smoking for the most part. So, yeah, what are they doing? That's it. They got herb cigarettes. Here's another little thing about the coffee cups that you see in movies and TV shows.
Now I love Ted Lasso, but this scene always gets me. Roy Kent doesn't swallow anything. He just sips some air out of a cup. Do you guys ever notice this in shows? Today I'm going to reveal why we use empty coffee cups on set. Wardrobe. Emma Roberts has this beautiful pink furry coat on, and if she were to spill any coffee on that, they'd be done for the day for shooting. Next is safety for the actors. If they were to get blisters on their lips from the hot coffee, or even worse, spill it on their skin, that would be bad for production.
Huh. There you go. All right. Some of the things, just never anything in there.
Fascinating.
Dang, Adam H. in the chat room says prop cigarettes, prop guns, all dangerous. Alec Baldwin, the
Prop
whole
cigarettes are dangerous.
Yeah, I think they are dangerous if you do it too much because it is still you're
inhaling something. Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. I know that everything is very regulated on movie sets, but as you're going to find out with this story about Alec Baldwin, clearly things aren't always done right.
Do you see all the conspiracies that are going on?
I've seen a few.
Someone, like one of them was something with the Clintons, and there's money, and he wanted them dead.
They did that too?
So, I don't know.
The Clintons?
I saw people fighting.
How's Fauci involved?
I don't know.
Somehow he's responsible.
But it was turning into a political fight on social media.
Okay, I'm sure it was.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, there's so many layers to this accident that happened on the set of the movie Rust. This is the one where, you know, Alec Baldwin's out there and 2 people were shot, one of them fatally. Mm-hmm. And it looks like there were safety concerns long before this accident. Some people may have even walked off the set because of safety concerns before the accident.
Yeah.
There's now allegations that they weren't even... you're supposed to hire this special person that's in charge of the guns, and this person, that's their job, is the guns, because they know about the guns and they do it the right way, and safety is always paramount with that person. Well, they didn't have that person, so they had somebody else who was filling the role of that person, but they weren't an expert in the gun.
Oh, geez.
And so when they handed it to Alec Baldwin, this is the assistant director, a person by the name of Dave Halls. When Dave handed Alec the gun, he said to him, "It's a cold gun." And I guess what that means, I didn't know, no live rounds in it, no ammunition. So Alec thought he was holding a gun with no bullets, blanks or otherwise. But also, this gun was used for target practice on set. The same gun, they were trying to teach Alec how to use it. So they had somebody teaching him by using this same gun. So there were points when there were live rounds in this gun, and I guess somebody didn't realize the live round was still in it.
Wow.
So it was a real bullet?
Yeah. Real bullet, real gun.
Yeah.
And
Whoa.
Alec was told this is a cold gun when it was handed to him by somebody who wasn't even the gun handler.
Well, do you see why there's conspiracy theories now? There's,
Oh my
there's a lot
gosh.
of...
I mean, it's kind of crazy, the layers of mistakes that have happened here. And then,
Yeah.
the people that were supposed to be in charge of the safety on the set walked off because the set wasn't safe.
Yeah, it was about a half a dozen members of the camera crew. They had walked out just hours before. They said the working conditions on the set weren't good, and there were some issues with safety stuff and long commutes. And in fact, one of the specific complaints was about gun safety and how they're handling the guns on the set.
Wow.
And then hours later, this happens. Now, I think this is going to be the question is to who truly is the most negligent. Obviously, the people who do the props, there's going to be a problem with them. Some people are saying that Alec Baldwin should not have been pointing the gun at anybody. Apparently, he was working on a scene where he would do a draw and then point the gun at the camera. And that's the reason why, because somebody say, well, I don't understand. Why did he wind up shooting somebody that wasn't in the set? Well, it's because he was firing at the camera and sitting behind the camera. Was
crazy.
the director. And Joel, who is one of the people that got hit, and then the cinematographer. So they were sitting behind the camera, and that's what Alec fired at, apparently. Now, some people are saying that, look, you just don't ever aim a gun towards anybody. Regardless of what you're working on. So I would assume that you'd have to have an abandoned camera if that is the shot, that nobody would be behind it. So they've got to iron all this stuff out. I assume there are plenty of rules and regulations. I'm guessing that many of those rules and regulations were violated in this whole thing.
So I guess no more SNL for Alec Baldwin anytime soon?
Not soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably going to be on a little break.
Yeah, I think he's kind of taking some time right now to center himself. He basically put a social media post up, an apology, and I guess on Saturday morning he was eating with the cinematographer's husband and son. So, he feels terrible about what happened, and I'm sure everybody does.
If this is if this is an accident, which it sounds like it is, you would feel horrible.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I truly think it was an
Yeah, I do
accident.
too.
I don't believe the conspiracy theories that are saying that it was purposefully done. Come on.
I don't believe that either.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Accidents happen, and tragically, I just think this was one of those cases. But
There were 911 calls that were also coming from the set on the day that it happened. This is one that was released over the weekend.
Santa Fe Fire and EMS, what's the location of the emergency?
Bonanza Creek Ranch has had 2 people accidentally shot on a movie set by a prop gun. We need help immediately. Bonanza Creek Ranch. Come on.
So was it loaded with a real bullet or one?
I cannot tell you that.
Okay. We're getting them out there already. Just stay on the phone with me.
Okay. Okay. I just that yelled at me at lunch because asking about revisions. Did you see him lean over my table and yell at me? He's supposed to check the guns. He's responsible for what happened.
Now, Mimi?
No. I'm a
Oh,
script
wow.
supervisor.
How many people were injured?
2. We were rehearsing, and it went off. We all ran out. They were doubled over. The camera woman and the director.
Is there any serious bleeding?
I don't know. I ran out of the building.
Wow. Okay.
oh my gosh.
Horrifying.
Yeah. A lot of finger pointing going to be going on here.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Balvin had to apologize over the weekend and pull his video from YouTube. I guess in the video, he's got women on leashes, and he made some people dress up like dogs and were walking them around on leashes. And people are like, no, you can't do this. And so he took the video down, and it's been removed permanently, and he apologized to everybody for the insensitivities in his video. And finally here, sad stuff. Snoop Dogg posted over the weekend on Instagram that his mommy had passed away. Aw. He said, thank God for giving me an angel for a mother. Heaven got another angel. So Beverly Tate, his mother, passed away. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Few celebrity birthdays. Happy birthday to Sierra, turning 36 years old. Katy Perry is 37 years old today. Also, we got Kylie Mraz, most amazing 14-year-old out there. Happiest birthday from Mommy, Peyton, Ellie, Taz, Holly, and Nala. Got a photo there of her on KVJ TV. Also got a birthday shout out to Myra. Been with you guys for over 20 years. Y'all brighten my day every day. Des. Oh, good to hear you there, Des.
Nice.
He's a Euro KVJ listener. Also got to say happy birthday to Isla, who turned 4 on Sunday. That's from Mom, Dad, and Sister Riley. Also, happy birthday to the best sister-in-law, Natalie, from Alberto. Also, a birthday shout-out to my mom, Jessica. Love you, from Joelle and Sammy. So there you go. Birthday wishes. You want to get one on the KVJ Show? You can let us know. Send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. All right. Hopefully y'all are awake here on a Monday morning. Time for another round of Think Fast. I've got a topic here. You got to come up with a sensible answer first before anybody else to get the point. We got Virginia, Jaybird, and Denny's all ready to compete here today. All right, here we go. First one, think fast. It's a word meaning happy that starts with the letter J.
Glad.
Jealousy.
Joyous.
Joy.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my gosh. I forgot to play the game.
It was rusty.
Jealousy?
Okay.
All right, Bird, get it together.
That's a tough way to start this one, huh? All right, Virginia gets the first point here. All right, think fast. Something you'll see in Boca Raton beginning with the letter N.
New faces?
New faces?
New faces.
Because they, I don't know.
Because they, I don't know.
What a terrible answer.
New face. Kevin, we're gonna say new faces.
I mean, that's the best
I mean,
answer.
Taylor, you do see new faces in both. Especially if they're getting plastic surgery.
Yeah, that's true.
I would have gone New Yorkers.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm going with new face.
new face.
You shouldn't take that.
Skip that one. Okay, how about this? It's a symbol on your computer keyboard starting with the letter A.
Ampersand.
Oh, Virginia, dang.
So fast.
That was quick. Wow. Okay, Virginia's got a quick 2-0 lead over Jaybird and Denny's. All right, think fast. It's a kind of doctor starting with the letter P.
Plastic surgeon. Oh.
I got it real quick.
What did you say?
Pediatrician.
Oh, okay. Suits is, agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Who's going to get a point on that?
Yeah, watch your back, witch.
Nice. Okay, next up. Something you open starting with the letter L.
Letter.
Lie.
What did you say?
Live?
Live?
Lie?
I don't know. I'm just fighting for every second over here.
Okay, Virginia's close to putting it away. Up 3-1 here.
Come on, Denny's.
Okay, it's a holiday starting with the letter M.
Mother's Day.
Oh.
Ah, yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I don't know what I said. I thought I said matrimony.
You okay?
Me and Denny's have not slept for the last
Not much
week.
sleep. Plus, work is out of coffee, so there's no coffee in the building.
There's
Oh,
no
no.
coffee in the whole building.
And
Oh,
we
no.
lead the league in the worst and warmest sodas in the vending machine.
What's going on? No coffee, huh?
No I was shocked.
Oh man, do they-
It's not very good in the kitchen right now. Vending machine is at its worst we've ever seen here. There's no coffee.
that's such a tough way to start off the day.
It is.
Yeah,
if you love coffee, it does tend to cramp your style.
But if you love warm Diet 7-Up, we are your place.
Okay. Warm diet 7-Up.
And if you've got 10 minutes, no lie, 10 minutes
Yeah.
to mess
Yeah.
with the card checkout process.
Yeah, if you wanna miss being, on time live on the air, come to our vending machine, stick around for a while, buy one snack, and you'll get back in 11 minutes. The worst vending machine. We call them out today.
Yeah.
I'll call out the vending machine.
There was a whole thing that we had done that I thought was a positive. This is a brand new day of vending here.
Lies.
Oh
Didn't
my
that, Didn't it
gosh.
happen? Wasn't there like they had
Yes.
asked Jaybird and all this kind of stuff? Like this is a whole new era.
There was talks of even maybe breakfast sandwiches. The worst vending machine I have ever this side of the Mississippi. Honestly.
They don't even have the basics down, Kevin. They don't
No.
have the just the chill and refrigeration part of the sodas.
And
Those sodas are warm.
We thought we were the only ones bitching because we can be snack divas. Nope.
Yeah.
Everybody back there bitches, from sales to what I think is HR people, but I'm not real sure.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's upset about the vending machine.
Everybody is.
I have not heard one person say a good thing.
Well, what
It's
can we-
awful.
What can be done about this? Who decides this? Is this our management? Is it the building that decides? I mean, because,
No,
you know,
it's us. It's our management.
think it's our management.
Yeah.
so maybe we need to our management always has an open ear and an open door for problems, and this clearly is a big problem.
I think they got hoodwinked too because there was a fancy flyer being circulated
Yeah.
before the vending machine came in, and there was promises of a new day.
Yeah, I don't want it to sound
Shouldn't
like
it be? I mean,
It's
is
not our management's
Yeah,
fault.
again,
Isn't this a hashtag times up moment?
Yeah, we're not going to put up with this crap anymore.
Yeah.
It's 2021, and our voices are going to be loud.
Yeah.
I want to get on record. We are not coming at management. It's not about management.
It's whoever sold them the bag of lies that is this vending machine. It doesn't even refrigerate your drinks. It takes 20 minutes to check out with a credit card. It's ridiculous.
Now we get these are first world problems. We understand
Yeah.
that, but people always wonder why. Why is Jaybird late for that opening break? Is he pooping? No, I'm not pooping. I'm just trying to get a cola.
I tell everybody you're pooping.
I know that's what sucks when you're late.
Yeah.
She always
Yes.
says you're pooping. I
Yeah.
never poop here. I got no problem saying I poop, but I don't like getting falsely accused of
Yeah.
pooping. That ain't
yeah,
right.
you were. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a real problem. Well, I would think that something could be done here. Because, I mean, there's nothing worse. Like, I have a beverage in the morning, and I don't know if it's psychosomatic or if there's actually what's in the beverage that gets you going. But if I didn't have it, I don't know that I would be able to fire it up. I would definitely be a step or three behind.
If it's got that caffeine in it, you can definitely feel it.
Well, on
Yeah.
a day like today, I left my tumbler at the house, so I could really use a cold, drink at the vending machine. We ain't gonna get that.
No. Yeah, it feels like this might be the next project. As soon as you drop your movie, then maybe next step is talking to management and say, hey, look, I know you got a lot on your plate. Maybe you should take the reins on this. Say, let me interview and find the right vending company. I will make sure that this guy is out of here. This knucklehead's got to take his vending machine and hit the road.
Well,
then let's find a new company that's can get a great vending machine together. And then does anybody know, is there in the vending world a premier company? Because it's always that way, right? If you're talking about cars or clothes, you always have what's a premier brand. What is the premier brand of vending machine?
We don't have it.
It's a great question.
Whatever it is, it ain't here.
What is that?
For the next contract dealing, I want to work in a clause in there. I just want cold soda in my contract. That's all I want. Legit cold soda. If we can't get cold soda, maybe we can get an ice machine in there. I'm trying to come up with
I think that
solutions.
ice machine would be so gross.
It
though.
would be
There
the
is an ice
worst.
machine in the new fridge.
Oh, okay.
They got a new fridge and it has an ice machine.
I'll try some ice later.
Yeah.
Yeah, radio station ice. I would never.
What could go wrong?
I wouldn't eat that with your
I
mouth.
saw Harry Hepatitis digging his hand in there the other day to get some cold.
Hepatitis.
We're gonna be ground zero for some new type of COVID.
Harry Hepatitis. He does the middays on Sunny.
He's great.
Grossest guy you'd ever meet, but great on air. It's great on air. Why is it the best DJs are the grossest people?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what, if you ever worked in radio, there's some kind of odd correlation. The grossest guy we had at the station was always amazing on air. They couldn't get rid of him. Because he's just so good on air, but he's so gross and he always dug his hand in the ice. I don't know why. I know you guys are very unhappy with the vending machine here. Jaybird jumped the gun, got right on his call him out. And you just went back to the vending machine. You got something that's expired?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I like 4 ounces of coffee in the morning.
Okay.
I've been doing that, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's no coffee. I went back and bought a coffee out of the vending machine. It expired a week ago.
Jeez.
The good thing is, though, the Mountain Dew that I bought is about as hot as coffee.
It's odd.
Yeah.
Coffee's cold, soda's hot.
Real hot Mountain Dew here.
Yeah. Somebody said there's always a number that is on there. Maybe you can call and complain. Maybe that'll do some good.
But I'm glad someone brought that up. There is a little section where you leave notes there and you put them on the vending machine. So the person that goes there, they sees the notes. There is communication. I don't know.
Have we put notes on there for them?
People have put notes on there.
Okay.
I'm going to go put a note on there. Thanks for the expired coffee, overpriced and not drinkable.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Somebody said some vending machines are normally leased for 1 to 5 years, so you might have a lease that might be hard to break.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is I just want sodas that are cold.
Yeah.
I have
And
to-
food that's not expired.
I want to be able to actually drink my coffee and not drink it and get sick.
Well, expired coffee. That's a big one right there.
What is it? It's got like some milk in it. Is that what's
Yeah.
expired about it?
It's one of those Starbucks things in a glass
Okay.
bottle.
All right.
How many days is it expired?
A week.
A week?
Yeah,
Oh, that's-
a week.
Yeah.
Yep, 7 days.
Would you get sick if you drank that?
I don't know. You want me to ride the pony?
I kind of want to ride the pony.
Let's do
Full
it.
sudden death?
A week? Yeah, a week. You should be fine for a week, right?
Oh,
I don't know.
blood in, blood out, Ralston. You're drinking it too.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we're all going to have it.
Is the is the ptomaine, is it keto friendly? Oh, she's going for it, Kev.
She did, huh?
All right. Have a sip.
How'd that taste?
I'll see you in the bathroom.
I don't taste right.
No.
I don't know. My taste is a little jacked up. My taste
Okay.
buds are.
Just remember, don't gamble. You might lose.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody said Aramark refreshments seems to be the Cadillac.
The Cadillac,
Yeah, vending
Aramark,
machines,
okay.
yeah, Aramark.
I think they do like a lot of concessions at stadiums and stuff. I see them a lot of times running the snack bar with like hot nachos.
There's one woman we work with. She goes in on the vending machine about as hard as me and Denny's does too.
Okay, all
Because
right.
she hears me and him bitching in the kitchen, so she gets up from her chair. She's like, "You are right. This is the worst vending machine."
Okay, we need to join forces with her.
We do, but the problem I've noticed when it comes to all this office drama and office problems, people are real big and mighty in the kitchen away from the bosses. But as soon as I want to get a movement going, get people talking,
They're
people-
not down.
They get a little quiet all
They're
of
not
a
down.
sudden.
Drink this
Yeah.
coffee. You'll get
Yeah.
a movement going.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Are you with me, Virginia?
I'm with you. I think we should definitely write an email,
I'm sure that
file a formal complaint.
Wouldn't our boss love it if I just had this big petition with 18 names about getting a new vending machine? How annoyed would she be? Like, I have to deal with this crap.
And she looks at it. It's all names of people that don't even work here. Like, who the hell is Henry Hepatitis? I never heard of him.
Harry.
Harry.
Show respect.
Harry Hepatitis.
Show respect. All right. Well, what would you say is the most disrespectful thing somebody did in your house? Bad house guess.
Oh, boy.
I've had quite a few.
I mean, oh.
Tough way to go. Yeah, there was a thread that we put up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. And I think we've all probably gone through this. And you know what? In many instances, maybe we were the bad, disrespectful house guest.
We had a service person come in and take a dump in our bathroom and stink up the place. And they weren't there that long, so they must have really hit them hard.
Yeah.
Or they just didn't care, but it was something pretty awful to the point where we all looked at each other and go, wow.
Yeah, and that's just a service person. That's not somebody that stayed for a couple of days.
Oh, yeah, but I thought you meant just somebody that was just disrespectful. I had that one guy that stayed. He was naked and drunk and was farting on my couch. That's pretty disrespectful.
Yeah, it's kind of gnarly.
When my mom was bipolar raging, she was definitely tweaking. Before we got her on her meds, she came to our condo that we had in downtown West Palm Beach and decided to reorganize the entire kitchen at 2 a.m. while we had another person sleeping on the sofa.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But did the kitchen look good?
Yes.
No.
It did?
It looked like a toddler had put it together.
Oh, man.
Everything. Cups, glasses, silverware was all moved.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said I had a house guest spill candle wax on my carpet, like 4 foot long, 2 inch wide strip. Didn't tell me. I found out after they left.
Didn't tell you? Oh, they were like, let's just get out of here.
That ain't cool.
Maybe they won't notice.
That ain't
Candle
cool.
wax is so bad.
Yeah. One comment said, my sister used to stop over, drink my beer, steal my wife's clothes, make a mess, then leave. We changed the lock so she'd steal my parents' key then to get in. So we stopped giving them one, and somehow she'd still get in, kind of like a damn cockroach. We've since moved far out of her visiting range just to get away from her.
That's crazy.
Somebody else said, caught my sister-in-law smoking crack in the bathroom. I'm a cop.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a pretty bad house
now,
guest.
if you're the cop and you're in that situation and you're off, how do you handle that? Do you make an arrest? Do you just go, I don't want to deal with this right now?
It's your sister? I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably just get him out of the house.
Like, come on, dude, please stop.
Somebody else said, most disrespectful thing a guest ever did in our house, they would leave their toenail clippings on the coffee table and forget to flush the toilet every time they come over. That's so gnarly. Come on, man.
Are you more offended by the toenails or the toilet?
Toenails or turds? What gets your goat?
I think I'm more offended by the turds.
The turds worse.
That's tough.
Yeah.
The toenails are gross.
They're gross.
But the floater's worse.
But that is really gross. If you're cutting your toenails, leaving them on a table, and you don't live there, that's rough.
Yeah. Somebody said when we were kids, my brother's friend used to use my mom's decorative bathroom towels to wipe his sweaty armpits after a game of football.
Oh.
It's pretty gnarly. And somebody else said we had one of our friends stay over, and they snuck into our bedroom and found my toy drawer and posted pictures of my whole arsenal on Instagram.
What?
Wow.
That is not cool. Wow.
How big is your arsenal?
I don't know. Yeah.
When you call it an arsenal,
Sounds like it was stockpiled in there.
Impressive.
That is very
not
impressive.
cool, though.
Mm-hmm. These are kind of like call outs, just kind of getting us all warmed up. Talking about the disrespectful things that your house guest did. Somebody said my aunt left cigarette butts all over my backyard and patio. I got 2 small kids and a dog.
Dude.
That's gross. Yeah, if you're going to smoke, come on now.
You can't just throw them in the yard and on the patio. What are you thinking?
Yeah, come on now. That's crazy stuff. You can't be doing that. No, Jaybird, you were you a house guest or over at somebody's place when you broke this vase?
I was.
Yeah.
I was there for a good 5 minutes, and I leaned over by a table and knocked over a vase and broke it and had to apologize. I'm so sorry. They were very kind. They were very nice about it. But I have to apologize a lot for accidentally breaking things.
It's on them. People know what they're getting when they invite you in.
It's insulting, but it's true. I get it. I understand.
I think what's going to happen.
Some people are just clumsy, and I am a clumsy person.
So do you go into like maybe apologize in advance or anything like that? You be like, hey, just so you know.
It depends. I will tell. It all depends on if I've slept or not. And when I don't sleep, I get weird with just how I am. I speak faster.
Okay.
My mind races.
Okay.
I come off a little bit more animated, and I tend to use my hands a lot, and I'm not fully there, and I get clumsy.
So how was this thing set up? Did you bump into it? Were you handling the vase?
No. So I'm standing this way, and the table's just right behind me.
Right behind you,
and
yeah.
I lean back like that. And knock it over, breaks it right there, shattered it completely. Didn't have no chance of fixing it.
Family heirloom.
No, luckily it was only like $40.
It's grandma's ashes.
Grandma in an urn.
It was just $40 and grandpa.
Hopefully they don't ever put like ceramic urns out in the game.
Yeah,
It's got to be unbreakable, right?
all the urns I've seen usually are these metal boxes.
Yeah, let's go stainless steel.
It reeks of death. Yeah. Don't do a vase.
Do they have like a lock on them so that if somebody does knock it over, the person doesn't go flying out of their little box?
Yeah, the ones we got for my mom and for Ann, they're pretty secure. But I'm sure if you wanted to, trip and fall, I gotta look at them. It's been a minute because they're over at my sister's house, so I have to look at them. But I think you can if you worked hard enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if any man can do it.
If any man can spill an urn, it is me.
What would you say? How many things do you break per week? Is there an average?
It depends. It really
Your
depends.
BPWs.
I probably break one good thing a week.
Okay. All right.
That's a low ball.
Well, I don't know. I mean, last week you broke Virginia's mirror. That was one.
Damn it, that's right.
Did you break anything else that week?
I don't know. I felt that. You saw how it all
Oh,
happened.
it was so epic. It crashed. There's pieces of glass everywhere. He can't just break it and have it just crack.
And I just got done with those 7 bad years of luck.
It's got to shatter with shrapnel.
Oh, yeah.
Another 7 years.
It's everywhere, huh?
But I always have to apologize for that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Another call him out for the bat at Houseguest. Somebody said, yeah, it was my aunt. She got hammered and started smoking in my house and flicking ashes everywhere.
Inside the house? Oh, that's a move.
I'd be like, sorry, I don't care if you're hammered or not. I'd be like, yeah, we don't smoke in here.
When you light up and you're not supposed to in a house, that's such a power move, but not a good one. It's a jerky power move.
Totally.
Yeah. Somebody else said I caught my best friend cooking up a spoonful of heroin in my house. Yeah, that's not a good house guest.
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Somebody said the ashes are in a bag in the urn. Okay, that's good.
Oh, they're sealed in a bag inside the urn. Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, macaroni and cheese at a restaurant. It's usually in a bag.
Seems like the way to do it. Okay, so any call them outs that you have to do, please do that. A couple. One, a lot of these two are just kind of like correcting behavior and things that you need to know that maybe you don't. I did want to, somebody called me out, and I am thankful for that. Because last week when talking about the Parkland shooter at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, somebody said, we prefer not to ever mention their name. And I said, you know what, that's a good call.
Okay.
So, yeah, because there are, victims' families that are out there, and it's just hearing that name is something that just, brings them pain and sadness. And I wouldn't want that. And I said, that's a very good point. So I will never say that gentleman's name again.
It's always a tough thing for me, too. We watch a lot of stuff about serial killers and murderers and all that stuff, but there is there's a whole story behind that. There's family members.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely part of the problem. It's a tough thing.
Yeah. And so they'd said, it gives them notoriety.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
And we're right here. We're local. We have to respect those families. We don't need to say the name.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know who it is.
I know we have some of the survivors that do listen to our show.
Yeah.
Families. And so
that's a good thing. We're never saying his name ever again.
Yeah, that's why call them outs are really good, because it's like going, okay, that's a good call.
Thank
I
you.
I learned something from that. Yeah, so I appreciate that. Let me see. Another one. Somebody said, I want to call out the person who yelled at me for cultural appropriation over the weekend because my dog was wearing a sombrero and a poncho in a pet costume contest.
That is amazing.
Wow.
If the dog was Mexican, would that be okay?
Yeah,
If it's a Chihuahua, is it all right? I don't know.
That is... You're set a little too tight, my friend.
I said, I just blame my dog. I said it was his idea to yell at him. It's not my fault.
That is awesome.
I told him it was a bad idea.
That's great.
Oh, man. Yeah, that is good. That's probably something we're going to be hearing this time next week, because you will have Halloween and you'll have costumes that will offend. Some people intentionally do it. Some people unintentionally do it.
Some people are intentionally looking to be offended. They're very excited to be mad.
Some people are. So you're going to have your own version of the Halloween call 'em out.
And somehow the world will still keep on turning, Virginia.
I wanted it to be a sexy Halloween costume, but did you feel it outside? It's all muggy and gross.
It's still early, Mama.
Right in time for Halloween, the humidity came back.
Sunday, 6 days away.
Yeah, I knew we were getting tricked last week.
That
Remember,
was a trick.
So nice.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
It was crisp. It felt like 10 degrees cooler. There was no humidity in the air. This morning, I woke up to the most humidity I've had all month.
It was very telling because we were in Atlanta. There was no humidity. It was absolutely
so
gorgeous.
jealous.
Yeah, the weather was fantastic. And I guess, was it a little bit rainy here this weekend?
It was rainy all weekend.
Okay, good. All right, because, we escaped that. We had beautiful weather there in Atlanta. I was very excited about that. And then I was like, as soon as we got into Florida, like, well, you're back in Florida.
Yeah, someone else I knew was in that area. How cold did it get up there?
It was a low 70s during the day, and then it was into the high 50s at night. I think even overnight it got down into the low 50s or high 40s.
Yeah, my buddy said he was freezing, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really it's different. I mean, but Florida, I mean, we're not dipping at all.
I wanted to have a Halloween bonfire.
We can do all this.
No, we can't.
Look,
and it's humid and gross. We can't have a bonfire.
I don't need a negative witch for Halloween. You can be mean, you just can't be negative. Now, come on, let's get it together.
I hate the humidity on Halloween.
Hey, can we do a little since Halloween's on the weekend, we should have a costume party here on the show Friday.
I'm in.
I know, but every time we do this, I'm the only one that dresses up. So many events. Yeah, we're all going to dress up, and I'm the only ass dressed up.
We'll all do it. Don't worry.
Okay. That one year I went as Waldo, as the only one dressed up.
But you love costumes.
I do love costumes.
Yes, this is a lot of fun for you.
You have enough costumes. You could literally change costumes every single radio break we do on Friday.
Yeah, but my costumes are broke down. The good people who listen to this program, they've seen them all. They've seen my weak-ass cupcake costume. They've seen my lobster. I got to get some new stuff, man.
Do you have an idea what you're going to do for this year? Like something new?
I do have something new. Should I tell you now or wait?
You can. Why don't you tease it? Give us a little hint.
Well, because everything's always sexy, and I want to be topical. So instead of being Dog the Bounty Hunter, I want to be the sexy Dog the Bounty Hunter. Maybe put a little lingerie on, but as Dog the Bounty Hunter, it's topical because he's been looking for the laundry guy.
That is confusing AF. Dog the Bounty Hunter in lingerie? What?
Well, yeah, they always make every costume sexy.
No one's going to know what the hell is going on.
Just how I like it.
They're going to think you're Joe Exotic.
Maybe I need to retool it.
That's great.
I'm just here. This is a think tank right now. We're just throwing out ideas.
You've nailed it when everybody's like, who are you supposed to be? What? Quick little note. You're talking about the weather for Halloween, and even though it's a murky and nasty day, going to be kind of rainy by this weekend, it's going to be cool and sunny.
We're going to have a Halloween party up in this piece.
That's right.
I had no idea. I haven't looked at the extended forecast, but our girl Felicia Rodriguez from Channel 25 just texted me and said, yeah, the highs are only going to be the high of 80, and trick-or-treat night, it'll be in the 70s.
Be gone, negative witch. Where's my party witch at?
Party witch is here.
Get your brooms out.
Very nice,
I'm getting the fire pit. I'm getting the cauldron.
Oh, getting the black cat. Getting the whole thing.
You know it. Oh, you are the black cat.
That is great. Good news. Okay. Well, it'll be a nice little Halloween weekend coming up.
What are you going as, Ralston?
Haven't even thought it through yet.
I'd be tickled pink if you legit had a costume.
Yeah. I have to think it through. Now, you can go with the traditional or you can try to go creative. People are like saying, for instance, you're playing on the Dog the Bounty Hunter. Some people are saying that they're going to go with a laundry basket, being dog looking for laundry. Now, these things get a little bit tricky because you do them, and in your mind, you're so damn clever. But then you get to a party, and everybody's like, what are you? And then you tell them, and they're like,
I'm Dog the Bounty Hunter in lingerie. Like, what?
And then you don't get that great reaction. You're like going, dang it, now I'm at the party, and I'm stuck in this stupid costume, and the whole night people are just disappointed. I hate that. And then after about the third person gives you that, then you're like, you don't want people to ask, and you don't want to tell.
Well, Dog the Bounty Hunter's been so topical lately. In every costume they make sexy. So sexy Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Sweetie, it's not making any more sense. You can't just make this happen. The more you talk about it, the worse it sounds.
Well, now I have to do it.
A few other call them out. Somebody wanted to call out their hubby who meant well but took their kids to the slime factory, despite knowing how much I hate slime with every fiber of my being. And normally wouldn't allow my kids to have it in the house because it gets everywhere. Well, they came home, they played with the slime, and they got it everywhere. Towels, sink, clothes. Needless to say, I was kind of ticked. So thanks, hubby, for making me do additional chores.
Yeah, slime, if it gets in fabrics, doesn't come out. At least on the roof of my car, it didn't. Rocco was playing with slime and it exploded, and it was just a giant brown slime stain for months.
What kind of brown slime is that? Was the dung?
It looked like poo, but it was slime. It was disgusting. I hate slime.
Yeah, kids love it though.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. And they've got that whole slime factory there on Southwest 136th Street in Miami. And you can go and take the kids there, and they'll get slime everywhere, all over your house.
Is it an amusement park, too?
No, it's just kind of like a store of slime. You go in there and just do all kinds of slimy things in the slime factory.
I wonder what they make a month for that gig. What kind of money they bring in?
I don't know. Mags used to make slime. It's not hard to make. You need just glue and detergent and something else, and then you can add like glitter. And you can make slime.
Should we come out with our own KVJ slime? Is that no?
I think this was like 10 years ago that this was popular.
But I love to kind of be late in these trends.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the photos of these kids at the slime factory. I mean, they're covered head to toe in slime.
It's awful.
Look at that kid right there. It's just slime everywhere. They're in it. Just slime everywhere. They need to have a hosing section where when the kids are leaving, you just like take a power hose.
Pressure wash them?
Yes.
Well, that place does. I mean, it's the slime factory. Are people always packed? Is it packed?
I guess so. I think there's an age group. Like middle school still loves slime. Maybe just Magnolia aged out of slime, so I'm not in it. But
these look kind of like they would be kindergarten, first grade, second grade kind of kids.
Okay, little kids.
Yeah. So there you go. But every parent's nightmare at the slime factory, or every mom's, I guess. Because, dad's just like, he's like, all right, game's on. All right, Dolphins.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, well, maybe we'll talk about that on the podcast because...
You found the dirty part of slime.
The adults are into the slime stuff too.
Okay, all right, maybe more fun than the kid stuff. But yeah, the
bedroom
world's really
sliming.
Yeah. Go figure. Bert's computer always takes him to the dark.
He always finds the porn.
No one said porn. We just said it's. Slime ain't that innocent all the time. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Hopefully at the kid factory it is.
Okay. All right. All right, little kid or drunk adult. We all do dumb things when we're little kids, and we also do dumb things when we're adults as well, and we're drunk. What is the difference here? Anybody do anything dumb and drunk over the weekend, or were we all well behaved?
When I broke that vase, I was quite sober. I got no excuse.
Okay. Just you, huh?
Yeah. Just dumb, Kevin.
Okay. Is that a bottle of Fireball I see over there? What is
it?
It
is, well, because the witch was getting all down and out because, the weather, Kev, it's going to be too hot. Then she found out it's going to be cool. Yeah. So every witch needs a Fireball on Halloween night. So I got that for Virginia.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, it's one of her gifts for helping out with the movie.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
You going Fireball this weekend then, Virginia?
I guess so.
Okay.
My favorite flavor of booze is free.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I got it, let's drink it.
Remember when Virginia, Kev, I can't do shots. Mama can't do shots.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, no more
Unless
shots.
It's free.
Yeah. She started to, we all kind of do that. We have a weekend where we maybe drink a little too much. Like, never again, not going to happen. And then as the days and weeks kind of go on, then we start to loosen up a little bit. And then we wind up right in that bad same situation again.
I realize for me, it's about 5 days after. By that 5th day, I'm like, you know what? Let's party it up.
Yeah. 4 or 5 days of guilt, and then day 5, you're like, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got some interesting stories here with these people, little kids or drunk adults, when they did this. Here's Tabitha's story.
So we were on a cruise, and I gorged on fried shrimp and chocolate chip cookies, and then proceeded to projectile vomit everywhere in our stateroom.
Fried shrimp, cookies.
That's a tough one because that could go either way.
That really could.
I'm gonna go little kid for some reason.
Me too.
Okay, all right. I'll hedge my bets. I'll go drunk adult. Just in case you guys blow it, I'll get a point.
I was a little kid. It was a long night of cleaning and having to have the sheets replaced and clothes washed. It was, I don't know, that was the last cruise that they ever took me on until I was an adult. And I always stayed with a relative when they went.
It does make sense because you know what? Probably the kid. Can you get seasick on a cruise?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Big time.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
There's some. We were on a boat one time. Remember that?
I do.
That Mardi Gras cruise ship that was here for a very short period of time. They brought us out. Must have been like, I don't know, 40-foot seas. It felt like the boat was going up and then the boat was going down, and all the furniture was sliding from one side of the room to the other. I was like, oh my
You
gosh.
definitely can get sick. I know people have been really sick on those things. The whole trip was ruined because they could not really get the balance. They felt sick.
Okay. Yeah.
Fried shrimp is another. Little kids, I think, like
Yeah.
fried shrimp, but you can eat too much of it, and it can kind of make you sick. I used to eat the tails. I would eat the whole shrimp, including the tail.
Crunchy part.
As a little kid, I loved the crunch.
Those aren't good for you to eat because
I know.
It's like you can get them stuck in your windpipe.
I know it wasn't good.
It's like it can be like a paper cut on the inside.
Yeah, I stopped doing it, but I did. I loved that crunch.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh.
You gotta watch little baby bird with them shrimp tails.
We had a friend visiting not too long ago from Buffalo.
Yeah.
And I guess he didn't know how to peel shrimp. And we poured out all the crawfish and the shrimp and everything on the table, and we're all eating it. And he looks at the shrimp, and his girlfriend goes, "It's a shrimp." And he goes, "Oh, okay." He pops the whole thing in, shell, tail, everything. I'm like, oh.
As a little kid, I loved the breading of the shrimp when it was fried, and the breading would go all the way down
all
to
the
the
way
tail.
around the tail,
So I didn't know any better. Like, oh, it's just crunchy. It's
You
great.
want to eat the breading?
Yeah.
I can't waste this breading. It's delicious breading.
Okay, I got another little kid or drunk adult here from Mike.
I was really tired one night and thought it would be a good idea to crawl up on the stove and go to sleep there.
Oh, my.
Drunk adult.
Drunk adult?
Definitely drunk adult.
Feels like a drunk adult.
Yeah.
I know that move.
Everybody's feeling that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a drunk college student home for summer, and I don't even remember it. I remember my mom screaming at me, asking what the hell I was doing, in the fetal position on the stovetop. Good times. She locked the liquor cabinet anytime I visited after that.
Okay.
I understand that one because that's how my parents found out I was drinking. I didn't fall asleep on the stove, but I fell asleep on the dinner table with a bunch of frozen food around me. And my dad woke me up, and my mom was, "What's going on out there?" It wasn't good. My mom was very against drinking. Very.
Oh, she didn't like that, huh?
Did not like that.
Not a fan of that.
I think my dad thought it was kind of funny.
Well, those stovetops are actually kind of cool until they're not.
Yeah.
You know, because I can see climbing up there and doing that. But then, yeah, if you accidentally hit that thing on, oh my
gosh, that's horrifying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not a good place for drunks to take naps. All right, I got another one here. Little kid or drunk adult, what do you think about Randy's situation?
I peed my pants in front of over 300 people singing church songs.
Definitely a little kid, because why are you drunk in church then?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, and pee in your pants.
Although some people do go to church drunk.
They do. Yes, they do.
Those people are just animals.
Are they though? I mean, if there's any place to ask for forgiveness,
yeah, you're right.
It's like kind of getting hurt at a hospital.
You can't show up at church drunk.
It's the same thing as getting shot at the hospital. It's the best place to get shot.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not the same thing as getting shot at the hospital. If you get shot, it probably wasn't your choice. If you get drunk, it's usually your choice.
Kev, you get what I'm saying. Kev understands.
I always get you, Bert.
Thank you, Kevin.
I'm trying to get you out of here.
Okay, so what do you think? Is that a little kid? Seems like a little kid situation. Do you agree with that, Virginia?
Yeah, I'll go little kid.
Okay.
I was a very, very drunk adult.
Oh.
My sister, she had a church group that she sang with, and a whole bunch of people canceled one Sunday. So my sister asked if I could fill in for one of them. And I was 21. It was during spring break. So long story short, I showed up hammered out of my mind, and I ended up peeing my pants on stage in front of 300 people, and then I passed out.
That's a tough look. Wow, but dude's hammered and peed himself.
I can see that the going to
that hammered though.
No, not that part. But I can see going to the church thing and being all all excited because you have a buzz and everyone's singing. You kind of think it's party time. It gets away from you.
Wow. Okay. Well, if you've got a story you'd like to share, you can use the WRMF app. There is a little feature where you can leave audio. So just do the setup to the story, let us know the dumb thing you did, and then give it a little break, and then let us know whether you're a little kid or a drunk adult when you did it, and we'll play it back here on the KVJ Show. I would say, if you were honest, every single couple has this, where you love your mate, but there's something that they do that you maybe can't stand. Something about them.
Not our sweet Virginia. I bet she's perfect.
There's nothing, huh?
Yeah. Oh, man, I'd love to get a Panda on 3 tequilas and just ask him honest questions.
What is your love butt, Panda, about Virginia?
I am hard to wrangle, but I also take care of my Panda.
Nobody
Sure,
said
yeah.
that.
There's a lot to love, and that's up saying that. Now, you love your significant other, but
someone's awfully defensive.
There's something. Nobody's perfect. We've all got our own little thing.
He would probably say she parties like a honey badger. Wild and squirrely and ready to claw somebody.
Yeah, goes at it a little hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That might be it. That'd probably be the number one. Now, yeah, if I had my wife in here, my wife would probably be the same thing. Yeah.
If you had $1 million, they said, guess what it would be for $1 million. You really think it's the partying?
I think it would be that, yes, if I've had a cocktail too many, I annoy her. So...
Do you annoy her if she's drinking too, or
What's
if she's
that?
drinking with you? Does she get annoyed as much?
Yeah, it's not often. I mean, typically, like if we're drinking together, we'll have just a few. Sometimes on the weekend, I cut a little too loose, and I'll outdistance her by a few drinks, and then that's where it's like, okay. She pretty much keeps it under control. Every now and then I get a little chatty, and she's like, "Oh, shut up."
But it's real bad if she's not drinking and you are pretty good in the bag.
Yeah. So I gotta try to watch myself. But yeah, there's many times I stumble and fall, and I drink a lot more than I should. And yeah, so that would be without a doubt. I think that's probably her. That would be her love. But for her now, of course, I love Kim, the Mexican queen. But she's got this thing where she got this new dental bridge, and you got to wait, I guess, a year or so to make sure your mouth reacts to it well before they put the permanent cement in there to set it in there. So she's got this thing where it'll just pop out. And so she's got this thing now.
How many teeth are on this bridge?
3.
Oh, boy.
That's a lot of teeth.
That's a
lot of real estate.
3 on the back end in her mouth. And so she started this thing where I keep catching her. She'll pop it out of her mouth and suck the food off of it.
Oh, my God.
So
I have a physical reaction to what you just said.
Yeah, you should see it live.
Oh, my gosh.
Wait, that doesn't happen in the restaurant, does it?
No, she'll do it at home, and she'll be in bed. You're like, yes, you're sucking your teeth.
That is...
That's a lot.
I'm out of my game on that one. Can I go to commercial?
It turns me south, too. Trust me, I will.
She picks the food out and eats
Well,
it.
it's the sucking.
Yeah.
Sucks the food out and eats it.
Well, it's all good, clean. There you go.
Some of the comments, oh my God, that's revolting. Wow. Animal.
I've heard it all.
Yes. Love her to death, but please stop sucking the food off your bridge. All right, what you got? You love your significant other, but 877-979-WRMF. I do apologize for the Mexican Queen story about the bridge.
Kevin.
My fault, yeah.
Everyone's so mad at you,
Yeah.
including me. Oh, man.
It's not his fault.
No,
The man's just telling his truth.
But he told this story. It was a good 30-second story. In the first 15, I was like, I know it's going to be gross, but how gross is it? Oh, yep, it's awful.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. I should have had a warning on it or something. But that's my love bud.
I went in the back room, and Denny's and Suits both go, oh my gosh, we feel so sick. Someone said they quit the show.
Someone quit.
They said, F you guys, I quit.
F this show, I'm out of here.
I mean, that's good. That's how you know
strong, yeah.
you're telling a compelling story when you get people to just walk away.
I was locked and loaded to every detail, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a tough one. So that's my love bud. Love my wife to death. But yes, that's the one but when she does that. So we got other people responding. What is your love but? Somebody said, I love my wife, but she leaves clothes and bra straps hanging out of the drawers, and it doesn't help that I have OCD. Those are the kind of little unorganized things that drive people with OCD a little bit crazy.
If that's the worst thing you got to deal with,
Yeah.
you are living
Not
a
bad.
great,
You're doing great.
great life.
Yeah, no, you really are. That's pretty easy. Somebody said, my wife is great, but she hates animals, which makes me resent her. Oh, boy.
Yeah, my mom and dad had a big of a tug and pull because my dad, big animal guy. My mom, not really at all feeling that.
Yeah.
And it would be a struggle. My dad would come up with fish or a duck. You're taking that back.
Oh, not allowed to have the animals, huh?
My man came home with a rabbit one time, and she made him turn it. She said, "No, take it out right now." He turned around, he had to take the rabbit back immediately.
Wow.
Yeah. She didn't love animals.
No, really,
Yeah.
not doing it.
But she let you have the dogs.
She did. She put up with animals, but
Yeah.
if it was up to her, I don't think she would have had them.
No.
But she was one of those weird ones that would complain and then have these heartfelt moments with them. Stupid animal. Oh, why did it have to die? You know, kind of one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
Mixed messages.
Yeah.
Somebody said, my girlfriend is great, but she is really ignorant about politics. She's actually really dumb, actually. Okay.
Maybe don't talk about that stuff.
Yeah, that's why, we're doing that anonymously. I took her name out of it for that, so.
That would be rough, though, if you want to talk about politics and you have a belief system and the person you're with is the complete opposite.
I'm with your girlfriend. Shut up with the politics.
That's why you can't get into it.
Yeah.
Tell her if you don't want to hang out with her, I will.
Yeah, well, then you just got to realize, I think we probably all have that, too. Do you have topics that you just know not to bring up with your significant other because you know either one, they can't hang in the conversation, or two, it's just going to end in a fight?
Yeah, Virginia never brings up when the Bills lose like a championship back in the day. You can't bring that up.
Oh my gosh, no. But I mean, if you want to talk about Josh Allen, Panda will be there all day.
Okay. All day long, the Bills quarterback.
If I want to get him in a good mood, I just ask him questions about Josh Allen, and he immediately lights up like a kid on Christmas.
Yeah. Another text said, I love my wife, but she doesn't know when to stop talking. Yeah, I can get under your skin.
How do you deal with that? Because if you tell somebody they're talking too much, that's gonna bother. That's gonna be something they don't forget in a relationship. Kevin, you talk too much. Blah blah blah.
It's kind of tough. There are different ways to handle it. I don't know that I would go at her about it, but I probably would just be in situations where I would excuse myself from those conversations, and I'd be like, okay, I just gotta get out.
I get that you got to be honest and tell people stuff when it's bothering you, but you know, if you told somebody that, some people would have a tough time with that.
Totally.
You talk too much, Virginia. Panda comes home.
And then that would make you want to go the opposite way and never speak again.
That's what I'm wondering. Do you get kind of almost relationship clanked because you're like, oh, do I talk too much? Should I not say anything? Shut up.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. If there's something like that about your significant other that really does bother you and they do it a lot, I don't know how you deal with that, because sometimes it's really the core of who they are.
And some people just don't realize they get nervous and they just start talking and talking and talking and talking. And I think that they don't know sometimes when to stop.
Yeah, Angie from Hollywood says there's nice ways to say things, and I agree, but I've seen it to where even when you say something nice to somebody in a gentle way, they still fall. They still can't deal with it.
Right.
And to act like, everyone's going to be able to take something like that and be okay with it. We're living in la-la land.
Yeah, is there any way that you can frame when somebody talks too much to tell them that they talk too much? Be like, hey, some really great points there. I just think, after a while.
I'd like to hear less of them.
But that's exhausting, because now you're in a strategy about having the...
You do, yeah.
There's just so many points.
Okay, yeah, definitely break up. That's the right segment, right? Make up a breakup?
Let's break up, Kevin. We're going break up.
Yeah, we're out.
I don't think you can fix that.
Because you're right.
She's not self-aware.
That's their personality. And now you're telling someone to change their personality. You all just don't maybe jive together.
Exactly.
Possibly maybe you're the problem too. Maybe she doesn't talk too much. Maybe you don't talk enough.
True.
I don't know.
But those two people may never be able to be together.
Agreed. You're right.
Yeah, it is tough.
Damn, we're solving things like therapists up in here.
So deep. What's next? What else?
Yeah, what do you got?
Give us more problems.
We need it.
Okay, here's a few more. Somebody, their love butt, they said, I love my husband, but I hate it when he has road rage or tries to pass people to teach them a lesson. because they're in the left lane when they should actually be on the right. It can actually be kind of terrifying.
I know someone like that where if they get cut off or they feel like they've been done wrong on the road, they have to race up to the person and then just look at them and stare at them with a death stare. And I'm like, dude, it's not personal. They're just like a crappy driver.
They're a bad driver. The mistakes they make in their car have nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I get you're mad.
I get you're mad. But they don't even sometimes know they made the mistake, which is me. Or they are in like a la-la land of thoughts that they don't care.
Well, they're not going to get the memo by you just staring at them like you want to rip their head off. They're going to, why is that guy, what the hell's going on? They're not going to become a better driver by you doing that.
They're not going to put two and two together and realize it was the illegal turn they made 10 minutes ago.
This guy I know has really bad road rage to the point where if he's at a red light and the red light's too long, he just starts to his neck starts to twitch. It's just a heavy atmosphere driving with.
Is he on roids?
Yeah. No, he's on negativity.
You just can't acknowledge it. Yeah, you have to. Somebody's got to be the de-escalator, because if you get two people that are escalators, and that's how you wind up hearing those stories about somebody gets shot in traffic.
Well, he's good. It's just nothing can go wrong, and that alone is driving on eggshells. Like, oh, please, no one cut him off. He's gonna try to fight people.
Oh, I had a road rager on Friday in the car line.
You did?
Yeah, I was going around. I picked up my son and his friend. And it's one of those things where you know how you can extend a left-hand turn lane. And so these cars are trying to get out. This school's tucked back, and it's a really small residential lane. And so, nobody else is coming the other way. So I just go on ahead and go where I can take the left-hand turn. Another mom decided that she was going to do that as well. But I was already kind of going out around. So she almost turned into me and laid on the horn. I'm like, what's she laying on the horn for me for? I'm like, I'm in this lane. I'm going. So I'm down the street and I'm in another left-hand turn lane. And she pulls up beside me, rolls down her window, is laying on her horn. And she's going to yell at me. And so I just stared right ahead like I didn't pay attention. Like I didn't even notice her. And my son and his friend are in the back, just laughing because she's like, they're like, this Karen is losing her mind. And then somebody came up behind her and started laying on her horn because the light was green, but she had to yell at me to get it out.
Yeah, did make sure
and
the
then
world's
people
right.
were honking at her. Yes, they do the whole thing. So it was just mass chaos.
Will she go home and just think for a second, what was all that for? Like, why did I do that? Like, or does she still think it was a good decision?
So if a person goes home,
I wonder what's behind it, because it's like,
Because in the moment, sure, she got a little heated and hot.
Right.
But would she change things looking back on it and then try to do things differently? Because, honey, I'm here to tell you, it's not worth getting all upset about, because Kevin's not going to look at you.
No,
He's not going to notice you.
I'm not going to acknowledge
You're
it.
not going to get what you need from him. But you have taken yourself to such a high level of anger and blood pressure and ridiculousness that now you're all upset and flustered.
She had to be so much more upset when she couldn't get my attention, and then people were behind her honking at her because she wasn't going. She was stopped in the middle of the road to try to yell at me.
What's it all for?
I mean, it's pretty darn funny when someone's that mad.
And then my son and his friend are laughing at her in the back seat. It was very unsatisfying for her. So.
There's got to be something else going on.
Just before you pop off like that, sit back and think about, okay, does this really matter? No. I'm in traffic. Like, what am I doing?
Just another day in the Boca car line.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Oh, yeah. This guy thought he had perfect revenge here. This dude in Ireland wanted to get back at his manager earlier this year, so he decided to release rats at his work.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Problem is he got caught doing it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Please tell me it was on camera.
I'm not sure exactly how they wound up catching him, but they did it enough that they had evidence after they took him to court that he got sentenced to 6 months in prison and had to pay $3,500 to cover the damage.
I would love to just see when they initially approached him about how he got caught and what he said. No, I didn't do that. Well, dude, you're on camera throwing rats
Most
around.
businesses have cameras now. Yeah. So.
Because he denied it right away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You never immediately cop to it.
Mm-hmm. This is not good. There was a woman that stole somebody's service dog from a Walmart in New Hampshire last Wednesday.
Dang.
The service dog?
And the service dog went?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
got no loyalty.
Okay.
Bitches ain't loyal.
Maybe he just needed a break.
Yeah. Fortunately, the dog was found safe, and the woman was arrested and charged with theft.
That is some messed up junk
That is
right
messed
there.
up. You take somebody's
messed up.
service dog?
Dang.
The heck is that? There's a man in Georgia that used more than 2/3 of his COVID-19 relief loan to pay for a Pokemon card. Vinath Udamsmeen was charged by criminal information with 1 count of wire fraud after the government said he lied about how many employees he had and the revenue his business was generating.
In his defense, though, have you seen some of these Pokemons, what they're going for? These old school Pokemons, Virginia.
I know, but he defrauded the government.
There's a Charizard out there that's worth, I think, 100,000.
Charizard?
He paid $57,789 for one stupid Pokemon card.
I know, man. They're hot, Virginia.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, his application said that his business had 10 employees and a gross revenue of $235,000 over 12 months. And they found out that was not the case.
A lot of liars are getting caught.
Good.
Yeah.
Now he's facing a maximum sentence of up to 20 years in federal prison and $250,000 in fines.
Wow.
A woman in California pretended that she owned a home so that a locksmith would make her new keys so she could burglarize the home.
That's slick.
That is pretty slick. The 43-year-old woman got busted when the real homeowner called the police and said that her neighbor noticed suspicious activity at the home.
Oh, that was nice of your neighbor to give you a heads up.
Yeah, the homeowner was out of town, yet the neighbor saw the home's lights on, and they said, wait a minute, that's not right. So they called the woman, and she claimed that she owned the home, which she didn't, and then they figured it out, and she got arrested for it.
What a ruse. You know she's done that before, and it's worked.
I guess so.
I bet you any money she's got other victims.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how people do this stuff.
Well, if the neighbor doesn't see it, she doesn't call, and then she gets away with it. See,
Totally.
the neighbor saw. She busted her.
Yeah. How about that, huh?
Wow, what a scam. What a story.
Yeah, a lot of people got these scams. Some crazy stuff that the people are pulling out there. A couple other stories here today. Don't know if you heard about this, but Fruit Loops has got a flavored milk on the way.
I have heard, and I'm very excited.
Yeah.
You can't break any kind of cereal news to this cat.
Okay.
He always knows.
It's a great idea. I mean, they should do that with all kinds of milks. Fruity Pebbles milk.
I think they're getting through it. Yeah, I think they're kind of, checking off the list one by one. Then they want to have the hype around each cereal, so that's why they're doing it so slowly.
Out of all the cereals, the best one is CTC.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's got the best after milk.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a chocolate Cinnamon Toast Crunch now.
It's good. It's not my Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay.
It's not my Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay. Yeah, somebody sent in a text earlier that I think it was maybe there's some local store has got this new crazy Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like apple pie or something like that.
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a good thing to make other sweets with. You could really make something nice with some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You want to do a little Cinnamon Toast Crunch Tuesday?
What do you want me to make you?
Oh, I don't know, some kind of like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch brownie of sorts with marshmallow in it.
That could work.
Woo. Oh, yeah, we're trying to get real fat before Halloween.
Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Aren't you wearing lingerie?
Me and Denny's are going to start getting healthy in November, but we said we're going to ride this out till...
So right before Thanksgiving, you're going to go on your diet?
Maybe, December doesn't work out either. January.
January, when everybody else does it and fails.
So March.
Yeah, so they had come out with a Fruit Loops Carnation Instant Breakfast earlier this year, but this is just going to be the regular milk, so it's flavored to taste like the leftover milk in a bowl of Fruit Loops. So it's really just milk with a lot of sugar in it, is basically it. One thing for the holidays, maybe you got to start getting it now, but I keep hearing this, and every day it seems to be another story. An alcohol shortage could be coming up just in time for the holidays.
I saw that, but
Yeah.
me being a seasoned alcoholic, I don't think we're going to have to worry about it down here in Florida.
You don't think so?
I don't.
I was at Public Liquors, and the guy was going in about how they can't get, I think it was like Cavassier and
Hennessy, yeah.
Certain stuff.
When you go to
all the
Total
time.
Wine right now, there's a 2 Hennessy bottle limit per person.
You just might have to make adjustments on what you want to drink. When I first saw that story, I thought they were saying it's going to be dry. No one's going to have anything. You'll have some stuff.
You have to move on to Ripple or something like that.
Yes.
Well, this is your chance to diversify your portfolio and try new things.
Okay.
I did on Friday, and I love that Mariah Carey, whatever that was. That Irish whiskey, that was really good.
Okay.
It's Mariah Carey's version of Bailey's. It's called Black Irish.
And it puts you in a fun, let's have some drinks, let's have some laughs.
She got 2 flavors, a white chocolate and an original. I gave you the white chocolate because it's sweeter, and I know you'd like it.
I'm a white chocolate kind of girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, which one has more calories? Okay, my girl wants this one.
I will say, though, it's a full drink. It makes you feel a little sluggish.
It drinks like a boozy milkshake.
When the buzz wears off, the tiredness sets in.
When the buzz wears off, the diarrhea kicks in.
It wasn't a fun after ride.
So you're fully sober while you're on the toilet.
But
the party doesn't last forever, and no party does.
you did drink half the bottle. I think it's only supposed to be consumed like a little bit.
I'm an animal.
Yeah, what do you get say? So are you thinking about selling your panties, Virginia? I mean, are we getting there?
Well, I took a big financial hit this month, and so I'm just thinking about all kinds of side hustles I can do.
Okay.
And we talked about this very, very briefly on the air, and you would be shocked how many DMs I got about panty selling, both from people looking to purchase to ladies in the business that kind of broke it down for me and told me exactly how it all works. We've got a listener who just explained everything. I was asking her all kind of questions. So when the pandemic hit, she Googled how to make extra side money. And this was one of the things that she found that she's like, wow, I could do this. This is easy. I guess there are networks where she was able to connect with guys that wanted to buy panties. And she's like, I got lots of panties. Let's go.
Hey, what do you know?
She gets like $150 per pair of panties.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you able to, if you can't say your name, can you at least rhyme it to me so I know who you're talking about?
I mean, it's just a girl from Instagram. I don't think you know
gotcha,
her.
gotcha.
You don't know her.
Okay.
I don't know her.
Okay.
I've never met her, but she and I have been corresponding in DMs, and she's probably annoyed with me because I asked like 8 million questions.
Well, did you find out like how many she's selling? I mean, $150 a pair is good.
She sells about 7 to 8 pairs a month at $150 a pop.
Okay.
She says all of her utilities, her car payment, all paid for by panties.
Wow.
Okay. And then I was like, okay, do you wear them and you give them to them dirty, or do you what? She said they don't care if they're dirty or clean. You just have to like prove that they're yours.
That's just it, Kev. For a guy like you who's not into something like that, you go, all right, they've got to be the nicest looking pair of panties. They got to be fresh. That's not how it works for some of these cats out there. They want dirty. Sometimes it doesn't have to be. They want granny panties. It doesn't always have to be.
I
what
actually
you
would think the opposite. I would think because you can just go into a store and buy your own pair of brand new women's underwear. So to me, what you're paying for is for it to be a little bit seasoned and worn.
But even with the seasoned ones, you would think, they want the nicest kind of panties. Not all the time. Sometimes they want tattered.
I can see that.
She said some of the guys pay more for thongs or G-strings.
Okay.
Like they'll pay $200 for a thong or a G-string.
I can't believe that it's not that they don't care if they're worn or not. That's the part.
She said some of them do, some of them don't. Everybody is different, and then she's got this whole network.
If you don't, why would you spend $150 on it? Just go to the store and buy yourself a pair of women's
because
underwear.
they haven't been worn.
Yeah,
they're not hers.
It's a different kind of thing because now you've got her involved. It's a relationship thing, and you never know what someone's kink or fetish is. Maybe they just like the fact that a woman is sending panties to them, and that alone is what they're into.
Are these guys that can't get their own woman, I assume?
No, it's not. It's not about that. They can't, oftentimes they have a woman, but they like the idea. They like the
It's
chase.
a fantasy they build up, maybe a naughty fantasy.
It's the idea someone they don't know really is doing that, they may not be able to ask their wife or their girlfriend to do that because they don't look at them that way, or they're just not into it with them.
So it's not as exciting to have your wife's panties.
Exactly.
You talked to your husband about this, Virginia?
No.
Okay.
I did not. So I was having some fun and I posted a few of the DMs that I got from people that were willing to pay for panties. And some of my girlfriends started messaging me and they're like, okay, we want in on this. If you're selling your panties, we want to sell ours too. And I was like, okay, maybe we can start a whole business here. But I didn't mention it to Panda because I thought maybe we could call him live on the air and kind of hit him with it blindside style.
Okay, I'm up for that.
Your brand name could be Mena Pants. Because you're older, that actually might. Virginia, I'm telling you, I know about this stuff.
I don't want to be old. But I don't want to be old underwear.
What I'm saying is, the more specific you get, all right, we can talk. I'm just throwing out ideas.
I don't want to be the granny in the panty.
That's another good name. That would do very well.
The granny in the panty.
Think about the biggest perv we have in our audience. Okay, we don't know who that is. But
I've got 3 faces just popped into my mind.
How much do you think the most we could get for a pair of Virginia's panties? How much?
Virginia's?
How much do you think they would pay? The biggest perv we got.
This girl was telling me because she gets, she maxes out at about $200 a pair. She's like, you could probably get triple that. I was like, what?
You're the voice of the dirt of the day.
Yeah,
now they want you to do a little dirt of the day.
My brain exploded.
If you use the Virginia from the radio angle, I think I bet I could see a couple twisted dudes spend up to $500.
And the top story in the dirt of the day is my panties. Oh my gosh, there's your tagline. I don't want to get excited because I know it's not going to happen.
And then I started talking to some of my male gay friends over the weekend. There's a massive market for men's underwear as well.
Do you mean Ralston you get in this game?
You and Ralston could get in this game. And my friend was telling me what the men do is when you send them to them, they immediately put them in the freezer and you send them in a plastic bag. They put them in the freezer immediately because it keeps the scent intact.
Okay, I got some Hanes and that brings up pains, so I'm in.
Really?
Yeah.
I know some
you could sell yours too. It's
Don't
not
have
just
any.
me. Well, I mean, invest $5 in a pair of underwear, turn around and sell them for $100.
Now, somebody in the chat room had said that a lot of times they want a photo of you in the underwear to go with it. Is that something that you provide?
I'll tell you what you could do. Now, it will shut down how much money you'll make, but you'll still have a market out there. Put a weird-looking mask on. I'm not kidding you. You think I'm kidding? I'm not into this at all.
This is so funny watching the fetish guy explain everything to the fetishless guy.
I'm not into this. I'm just saying.
But you know a lot about it. You seem to know a lot.
We do a talk show. A lot of times I have to research the misconnections for Kevin. Do I not? I got to send them to Kev.
Oh, now we're calling it research?
It is research. I do a talk show. I talk for a living, surprisingly.
So it sounds like you're kind of there just waiting for a blessing from Panda. And you might start selling your panties to listeners then?
I gotta ask Panda, and I think I want to run it by my mom too, just to make sure.
Okay, we need to record that conversation, and maybe Grandma too.
I can't. No, I'm not telling this to Grandma.
She has the best voice.
She does have the best voice, but I can't.
She might say, "Okay, Virginia, go for it. You make your money."
I don't know. She's old fashioned.
She is old school. You're right.
Huh. Okay, well, let's try to get Panda on here in a second and see if he's in for it. That would be your first hurdle if he's giving you a blessing. And what do you think your mom would say? Would she give you a blessing? She's like, oh, I don't like that, Virginia. What do you think she would go?
I don't know.
If someone want to give you $300 per underwear, you got to wear it for an hour, then Denny's just mails it out. So it's really very turnkey for you. You wear it for an hour, $300. Do you do that?
My wife would make me.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin, I'm learning. There is a market. There are people out there that want your underwear.
I don't know. I'm not so sure about that.
We all should put all of our underwear on there, a pair apiece, and let's just see if anyone buys any. Who goes first? Who goes last?
Yeah.
Does any of them get bought? I don't
for
know.
How much? Yeah.
For how much?
Put a bidding on there. One pair.
From the people I am speaking to, like we're too vanilla. We don't understand this world. This is a big business that a lot of people are involved in. I had no idea, but I've learned a lot.
I've got a USA thong G-string kind of a thing going on.
On right now?
Not right now, but I have that baby. That one's gonna cost you more because that's a specialty
America.
one. Yeah, America. It's our country. It's also a specialty.
Yeah, well, if the Queen's up for it, I'd put a pair in.
Gotta record that one too. Let's
Yeah.
record.
Oh yeah, record you asking the Queen if it's okay because you're married and I'm married. I would never do this without Panda's permission.
Yeah,
I'll ask my dad too. I'll see what he thinks of it.
Oh, if the juicy daddy would give us a pair.
I'll ask him if he's in.
I'm just surprised. Honestly, I don't know that anybody would pay $1 for it. Like,
Kevin,
you're
I don't think you understand.
I guess I don't because
You are a
I don't see
fetishless
that.
man.
Okay.
You don't have a single fetish, but this is a thing.
But yours, maybe. I can see yours. Mine, no.
Well, Kevin, some people want to, get with that. I'm talking about Ralston.
Look, I thought it was only dudes buying girls' panties. It's not. It's dudes buying dudes' panties, too.
It's 2021. Internet's changed us all, man. The internet's changed the game.
Okay. Somebody texted and said, yeah, my cousin used to sell his dirty socks for $50 a pair.
What?
Gosh, I got so many dirty socks. Oh, my gosh. You know what? Buy one, get one free today. $5.
Okay.
It's a fire sale.
Wow. Okay. All right, we'll see what the spouses have to say. Is this actually something we're going to do? Virginia's been getting intrigued with the panty selling world out there after hearing about how much some people are making.
Ridiculous money.
Yeah. She's like, I just got to wear underwear and then sell it to somebody who wants to pay for them. And already the messages are coming in. Somebody said, can we do a KVJ live panty auction? And this person said, I would pay $350 for Virginia's panties.
Whoa!
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's not that weird foot fetish guy that asked you for socks and then never gave the money, is it?
See, that was what I didn't understand how all this worked. And the guy said he would give $100 to Little Smiles if I sent him socks. So I sent him socks, and he never sent the money to Little Smiles.
Oh, dog! What?
All right. Well, now we've learned how to do things. Mama's changing up her form.
Okay, we know what Virginia will get for top dollar, but what about a Ralston or a Bird? What will people pay for us?
Yeah,
And
I don't. Yeah.
Is it better for? Do you want them dirty? Do you want them clean? What do you want from a Ralston? Do you want that? Do you want them stinky?
Well, according to the girl that was giving me all the information this weekend, she's got different customers that want different things. Yeah. Some of them want them clean. Some of them want them dirty. They all want them to be authentic and worn. Some of them asked her to take pictures of the underwear on her bed.
Yeah,
like the underwear just sitting there on the bedspread with not her butt in them.
Yeah.
They just want pictures of.
That's foreplay for them.
I was like, what? That's it? You just take a picture of the panties on your bed, and then you mail the panties, and they send you $200?
Oftentimes, you can't explain what turns a person on. It just does. And you don't. There's sometimes no explanation.
Let's just be grateful. Right?
Okay.
I'm glad girls are out there hustling, making this money, doing little to no effort.
Well, I think the first step is getting permission from our spouses. Virginia, we have yours on here. Panda is on the line. Hello, Panda.
Hey, good morning, Kev.
Good morning. Are you hearing all this chatter of your wife's latest scheme?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I am.
And do you currently have underwear on right now, Panda?
Do I? Yes, I do.
All right.
I think we could sell his, too.
Oh, yeah. No, it wouldn't go as much as a Ralston, but I think we could make some good side cheddar with that one as well.
Yeah, totally.
So what do you think about your wife selling her underwear to make some extra side hustle cash?
So I tease her all the time, Kev. I'm like, we need to start an OnlyFans page. I see all this bank that people are making. It's kind of insane. And look, I'm all for it as long as it doesn't involve panties that I've personally bought for her. So
okay, all right.
But what if someone goes, okay, I'm going to give your wife $500, but she's going to take a big old dump in these things. Do we have a problem? Well, let's say it's $1,500. Maybe there's more money involved for a dumping. I don't know.
Hey, as long as I'm not the one going to the post office with that, I'm good.
I have to mess myself? No, nobody wants them with poop in them.
That's not true.
They want them with
yes,
poop.
guys.
There are some nasty people out there.
There is, Virginia. Here's the thing. Y'all want to step in this kind of game. You need to know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, I think I'm backing out.
You lost Kevin.
I'm out.
You had him for a minute. Don't jump out before we get to hear you asking the queen.
Kevin just needs to know he's getting involved in Virginia.
We just need to hear you ask the queen if you can sell your underwear.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll ask her. So you're in, Panda? Like, you'd be okay if your wife did this, or it'd be, you'd be not upset? In fact, it sounds like you're kind of into it.
I mean, I'm on board if the money's right. And like I said, as long as it's not, they aren't sentimental or whatever panties that I've actually purchased for her, go for it.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Panda likes to buy lingerie. He's a good husband like that.
The chat room's getting on me about that question I just asked Virginia. Bottom line, y'all, if you are messing with this world, you need to know all the underbelly, everything that's going on. I just don't want you to be shook if something goes askew or awry. Oh, nothing's going to go awry in the panty business?
Well, besides someone asking me for panties with doo-doo in them, what else could go awry?
Just know you're dealing in a world where you might get some odd, weird requests. It ain't just all puppy dogs and rainbows in this world. Just be prepared,
I'm with Bird on that.
Just be prepared is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You think we're opening ourselves up to a dark world?
You have potential.
I don't want no dark world. I just want to mail the panties and get the money and be able to dance around the house.
There's no situation that's 100% perfect. You just need to know that. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Took it up to a whole nother level.
I'm sorry.
It was dirty before.
Now it's
just filthy.
Well, it's scary.
But y'all need to know what you're dealing with.
Okay. All right. So Panda's a yes.
I'm curious to see what Kim will say.
I am too, and I really, she's very unpredictable, and so I don't know. It could be like, that's stupid, no, or it could be like, absolutely, like, yeah, if you can make money, do it. Yeah, so I don't even know where she would go with this.
She manages the money. Mama likes money.
She does.
She's got very good taste in clothes and shoes, and if selling a few of your drawers could mean a few more handbags for her and Caitlin.
If she could, I think she would sell me. So,
oh man,
I'd buy you.
Yeah.
What if I just buy you? Hey,
that'd be great.
Come over and hang out.
Yeah, I'm all down for that. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try to call her up. I don't know if I can get her today, but maybe tomorrow I can get an answer from the Queen. Okay, we'll go through this, and we still got to check with your mom, Virginia.
Yeah,
I'm asking my dad if he wants in on this action.
Totally.
Okay. All right. Well, Panda, have a good day. This is actually one call where you weren't completely tortured.
Yeah, not so bad. Not so bad.
All right, so he's in. He's actually he's for once leaving the show smiling.
Love you, babe.
Yeah, love you too. Happy Monday, guys.
Yeah,
okay, you too.
Keep those undies on.
Okay.
Keep
all right.
them on.
Who knows where this thing's going? Wow.
Who knows?
All right.
I mean, not even any resistance whatsoever.
It looks like everyone's kind of on board, including a Ralston. He's not.
He doesn't hate it.
I'm not a definite no, but there's a big part of me that says, dude, come on, what are you doing?
We're getting involved in something. Just you can't. Once that genie's out of the bottle, good luck trying to put that back in.
You're right. No, trust me, I'm scared. I just love Virginia was just showing us that she's the Palm Beach featured mom of the month.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Palm Beach Moms on Instagram.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Look at me. Look at me.
And then she shows us the family photo, and she's got her whole family in there with Panda and her daughter Magnolia and Rocco. And then there's Virginia, the featured Palm Beach mom, holding a beer.
Please show that picture to the TV. Is it up?
Is it up? Let me see.
Yeah.
Kevin's like, do you have a beer?
Yeah.
Yep, sure
Mom
do.
of the month.
Well, I mean, they wanted an authentic picture. What am I going to do? Have a soda? No.
What's weird about that picture, Kev, is that Virginia's got her mouth open in it.
What?
I know. It's crazy.
Crazy, huh?
It makes me look less wrinkly.
How about that?
You're right, it does.
See?
I would start taking pictures that way.
Yeah, I'll try to get the Mexican Queen on. Maybe I'll have to just bring in some audio tomorrow because she's
teaching.
At this time. Yes.
Yeah, it's when she's teaching preschoolers. You can't really call her and ask her if you can sell her panties.
Yeah,
it's kind of wrong.
Yeah, somebody's want to know. Yeah, can I sell mine? That's the first question. Somebody's like, is she going to sell hers? I'm like, well, you know. Hey, she's a grown woman. She does whatever she wants to do.
I mean, the Queen, it would be
I
a niche.
can't imagine she would.
It would be a niche market.
Yeah.
But I think that she would.
I don't think there's any way she would.
Get buyers.
I don't think she can.
I would like to see. I kind of want to see the price point for everybody, though. What would What would someone pay for my dad's? What would someone pay for Virginia's, for Denny's, for Kevin's, for the Queen's?
Just curious.
I would buy your dad.
I know you would. I think my dad could probably generate some good cash.
Yeah.
I'm going to get in a bidding war for your dad's drawers.
I love it. He's living at my house now, so I've got access to said drawers.
Okay.
You said your dad's taking up a new hobby, too. He's into ventriloquism now?
Well, I got all these dolls around for the movie, and I didn't realize it, but my dad has always had a love for ventriloquism. He's like, as a kid, I used to love him. Used to love watching it, and now he gets kind of a little pissy if Grimsley's not in the house. He goes, "Where's Grimsley at? I was going to practice with it." Go, "Oh, I left it at Denny's. We had to do a quick little shot with it." It's like, "Oh man, I wanted to see Grimsley," but he's not acting.
Is this the haunted doll from your movie?
Yes, and he's not being jokey about it. He's watching YouTube videos on how to get better at ventriloquism.
Really?
So I think he wants to do it as a hobby. I've got so many of these dolls around my house right now because of the movie.
How about that?
Yeah, but there's one that's really, really good that I paid a little bit more money for on the internet, and you can get in there and move the mouth. So if you want to get into ventriloquism, it's perfect.
Could this be like an add-on video with the movie? Your dad doing ventriloquism with Grimsley, the doll from the movie?
Would have to do it today. It would be tough, but
I think it'd just be a quick, just pick up the camera and be like, "Dad, just see what you got."
What? Put that in the credits at the end.
Yeah.
Who's going to tell him?
What? That this is creepy?
Yeah.
I think you're the one with the big mouth and the big opinions, so maybe it's you. I think he knows it's weirding me out. He's like, "Dad, I'll have it back tomorrow."
Well, it's in the movie because it's weird. It's not in the movie because it's cool.
Yeah. Well, then I'm looking at the doll, and it kind of looks like a young Randy Pennington when he had his
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
You bought an identical doll of your dad?
But I think he's going to
accidentally?
I think he's going to get good at it because he was kind of giving me a little taste. I'm like, he's acting
You got to
good.
stop this. You gotta lose the doll.
After this is done, I think
That'd be an interesting act, though. It'd be like older Randy, younger Randy, and then that could be the conversations of, a mature Randy talking to the younger.
Yeah,
that could be his whole act.
It's just almost like fiction's becoming reality. It's blending together.
Yeah.
It's getting weird.
No, this is not happening. If he has the performance bug, I think the Pennington boys need to go on the road acoustically and do live musical shows. That would be awesome. That's how you get tail.
You play guitar and your dad sings with the doll?
No. The doll can't be there.
I kind of want to see my dad's act, to be quite honest with you. He's working. He's perfecting it.
Oh, my God.
Let the man be creative. Look.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Let's see where this goes.
And then your merch tent could be your underwear.
Your merch tent, you can all sell underwear.
This is working out.
This is really coming together, yeah. That was your Monday starting off a little bit rough. The F My Life website might make you feel a bit better about yourself. People who've got their own little struggles, trying to find a fun comedic spin to it all. Somebody posted up on the site and they said, "Today I wrote a song for my ex-girlfriend, hoping that maybe we could, give it another try." I emailed it to her and I went about my day wondering if she would respond. And about 6 hours later, a deputy knocks on my door and serves me with an order of protection, FML.
What?
Yes.
Dang.
Apparently it was a step too far.
Well,
That
he's
was
also
quick.
he's leaving out a lot of details. You don't just get that for an email.
You wouldn't think so. No.
So
He left out the fact that, he
He's
keyed her car last
Yeah.
week.
He's under her bed with a knife.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Today, my boyfriend and I were making out when I asked him to go brush his teeth since his breath stank. He just went back to playing video games.
Damn.
To me, he's showing you that the romance is dead. I've heard enough. Walls is out.
Yeah, you got to move on, girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Today, my boyfriend told me in a very natural way that my mother is better in bed than me. FML.
Wait,
in a very natural way.
Can you repeat that?
My boyfriend told me in a very natural way that my mother is better in bed than me. That's definitely a breakup.
I mean, you've lost your man and your mom.
Yeah. By the way, your mom's better in bed than you. What? What?
Again, I feel like there's more to that
It's
story.
very
too.
trailer park.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Somebody said, "Today I sneezed and peed myself while working out at the gym."
It happens.
FML, yeah. In fact, I've done worse.
At least you didn't get the trifecta, yeah.
And Kevin pooed himself doing squats.
In white sweats.
That's rough. And did you have to turtle walk out of there?
Yeah. I tried to back my way out the door. I never went back to that gym ever again, and I don't wear white sweats anymore. Why did I have white sweats? What a terrible idea.
It's a young man's game.
It is, yeah. The older man learns.
The older man poos himself. It's that bung control that you lose with age.
Yes.
Don't say that goes too.
I mean, I think it all goes. Elasticity, period.
But not everybody has. I know old people, the BH isn't as strong as it once was. I get that. But not everyone goes through that.
Everybody eventually poos themselves.
Oddly enough, somebody said, today I made the major mistake of trusting a fart during a job interview. Needless to say, I didn't get the job.
Why would you ever do that in a job interview?
You made me get a little nervous.
Yeah, but there's times to hold and there's times to fold. That's a time to hold.
Hold.
Yeah.
Always hold.
That's true. Yeah. Somebody said, my essay on society's fixation with performance, winning awards, and getting good grades got me an F. It's kind of ironic and terrible, isn't it? That's not good. All right, so there you go. Fun little thing. If you need a little pick-me-up on a Monday morning, go check out the F My Life website.
WRMF. Fumbles over there.
Getting all ready to broadcast, huh? Here I am. Let me present myself.
One time, and Kevin hit the button, and then my headphones snapped into the microphone. I swear it's not on purpose.
Uh-huh. Well, us being in radio and doing a show at the time that we do, it means that we have a pretty unique sleep schedule. You know, you got to be up and you've got to be on and prepared by 6 a.m. So obviously we're up earlier than most people to do what it is we do. But there are a lot of other jobs where people have just odd sleep schedules. I saw this interview that Stevie Nicks had done with British Vogue magazine, and she said that she goes to bed at 8 a.m.
Whoa.
That I would hate that so much. I love the daytime, although I love the night as well.
That's why I never sleep.
I don't sleep often.
There's not a time of day I don't like.
Yeah.
I love it all. Yeah.
Oh, look at you. You just love everything.
Yeah, he does.
He loves being alive.
She said she used to go to bed at about 5 a.m. and would sleep until about 1 p.m., but now it's 8 a.m. is when she goes to bed. She blames a little bit of it on insomnia and just that she's a maniac.
I remember when I was at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, I did a run at the AM station WJNO, and the shift started at 7 p.m. and I had to be there till 7 a.m. and that was my schedule for about a month.
Yeah.
And it was depressing. I got severely depressed with that schedule. It changed my chemistry or something.
It does. They talk about people that work the graveyard shift, and typically they have shorter lives because it does take time off of you because for the most part, you know, your world works against everybody else's time schedule.
You're right.
And that's what's challenging. Now, if you look at a Stevie Nicks who was in the band Fleetwood Mac and is, you know, been doing this since she was in her teens and 20s, everybody in her circle is probably about the same. Because think about it. If you are in a rock band, your earliest show is probably going to be 8 or 9 o'clock. Some bands go on at 10. You know, if you're in Miami, I saw they had a group that played there last night, and they were set to go on stage between midnight and 4 a.m. at Club Space. So, you know, if that is your life, you know, you're probably not going to, as soon as you're done performing, go run right home to bed.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah. So for you, that might be the middle of the day is when you do it. So, yeah, you might be going to bed at 10 a.m. and then you wake up to start your day at maybe a 6 p.m.
Even if you're not a big partier, it's tough to get revved up on that stage and then just kind of turn that off. It takes a while to come down on something like that.
Right. So if that's what you did, and Stevie Nicks was all with rock stars her entire life, and they probably all were about doing the same schedule as well. So it probably wasn't that odd for her to sleep during the day.
And then you mix in a crap ton of cocaine, and then nobody sleeps.
Yeah.
Back then...
Yeah.
I mean, when Fleetwood Mac was in their big time schedule and they were going across the country.
Yeah. So I guess that's not so bizarre, but it is kind of crazy. Some people have. I don't know how you could have probably a more backward sleep schedule than to go to bed at 8 a.m. and then just try to get up and make it happen.
If someone wanted to double your salary and said, all right, Kev, we want you guys to do a night show, your whole schedule would be you sleep all through the day, and now you're a creature of the night. Would you like that? Would you take that deal?
I wouldn't mind it, because oddly enough, my natural body, I remember I did the experiment in college, and they said go to sleep for a whole week. When you're tired and wake up, don't set an alarm. And at least then in my life, I would go to bed at 3 a.m. and I wake up at noon. And so that was kind of ideal for me.
That's not that schedule's not bad, but it would be if you were sleeping till like 3 or 4, and that's when you kind of get your day going. I wouldn't like losing that much daylight for sleeping.
It's hard if you have a family. If you're a single person, if you're in a college environment, you can totally do that. But once you have like kids and stuff, you can't really do that.
Right. That's it. If you had the kind of life where everybody that you worked with was on that kind of schedule and you guys would go and meet up and start doing your projects at 9 or 10 p.m. at night, and then you would wrap up at 4 or 5 in the morning, then that would be natural. It's like, okay, hey, I'm done with work. It's 5 or 6 a.m. Now let's go hang out for a while, go do something, and we'll go to bed at 11 a.m.
Yeah, I tell you, when I wake up early, even on the weekends, and I feel like there's some mornings I'm the only person alive. It's that still, just me and the lizards, me and the reptilians, Virginia.
Your dad's living with you now, right?
Yeah,
That's good.
He's staying with me. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying there's a time where you just feel like you're alone. What am I even talking about?
We need to have more people around you. I don't like it when you're too alone, actually. I'm glad your dad is there. You're losing it, bro.
What was I talking about? All right. Sorry, Cam. It's almost the weekend.
No, the weekend's over.
Damn it, you're right.
Yeah, not going well, my man. Not going well. All right, Jaybir's going to try to put it together and give you some kind of thought. Coming up next, we got an After the Show podcast. It is going to be coming up live on YouTube. You can watch it in about 10 minutes, or you can get it anytime you want on demand. You can also just listen to it as well. It's going to be on the WRMF app or wherever you get your podcasts. A 30-minute show of bonus content that is unrated, so you get a little bit of a different look on KVJ. So check that out. Before we get to it, though, Bird, if you would wrap us up here today with your thoughts.
You guys ready for that mind bomb?
So ready. Lay it on us.
We talked a lot about the truth today. Let's delve into that. The truth is, everyone is going to hurt you. You just have to find the ones that are worth hurting for.
Damn.
There you go. Got it. Bam.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.